Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to NARBE House. You like my shirt? Beam and Benny. You guys can actually purchase these if you'd like. We don't really push them, but we've had a couple people wear the Beam and Benny shirt. Ben wanted a shirt with his face on it, so that's why we got one. But welcome in, everyone. Today's going to be a little bit different. Not that much different. I'm going to be going over all of the new web app for Ben's accessibility hub. So Ben has some software that I built for him using Python, and it's available for free. It's on GitHub, it's open source, and I invite anyone to use it. Now, we made a video describing Ben's new messenger app. You may have seen it. Ben has a new messenger app. It uses Discord. It's very cool. He can talk to most of our family, and we're slowly adding more people to the Discord server so they can message Ben. Ben is now learning how to type messages to people. He's never done this before, and it's amazing. It's incredible. When I made that video, I put it out just to show what we've been building for Ben. And someone actually posted a reaction. That person was Jen Hamilton. Jen Hamilton has a pretty big following across all social media platforms, and she actually made a full reaction video about it. And that sparked a lot of interest from various people all over the world. So it was very cool that people came to our social media and they were interested. However, we did get a lot of messages asking how they can install it and use it. Knowing that it's Python and that it was built with, mostly people who are probably technical in mind, with the idea that AI could walk anyone through how to install this thing, I knew that probably wasn't going to be for everyone, and I know that there's more people out there who could probably use software like this that is a little bit more plug and play. So that video that Jen made put me into action real quick, and in a week I put together a web app that uses a lot of Ben's games and a lot of his tools, and I put them in a simple to use interface that lives on GitHub also for free. Now, I also put together a developer's guide for people to learn how to build stuff like this in there. But the idea is that anyone can build this stuff. I did it in about a week for all these things, right? Now, the games, I had to basically turn them from Python code into HTML5 or into JavaScript, so that way they can live on this page. But in essence, anyone can build now using AI. And that is the whole idea behind the NARBE House, NARBE Foundation. NARBE House is our family stuff, but the whole idea behind NARBE Foundation is that we can build these tools for people like Ben very simply and very easily, and you don't have to wait for proprietary software or people to save the day. Now, it's not for everyone, and I always recommend, seek out help from an SLP, an occupational therapist, speech-language therapist, or an adaptive tech person, right? Now, this is for people out there who don't have any options. Ben didn't have a lot of options. He wasn't motivated to use the options that were available. They just didn't have enough. They're pretty sterile, pretty clinical, hard to manage, hard to understand. So we started from the ground up, and I built software for him that he can use independently by himself, and that's the whole point of this, is that Ben can use software independently by himself. And I'm going to show you his hub. Now, before I get into the hub, I just want to mention a few things. This isn't like an AAC software that I recommend everyone use, okay? I always say this: we are just caregivers who are giving people options to try out, all right? This software can be used with your mouse or eye gaze head tracking if you have that installed. I am looking into facial tracking for it, so it can pick up things like head turns. It does have auto scanning, so you could technically use this. You could technically use this with just one button. I'm going to describe everything in this software this morning. You're going to see everything. I want you to understand how it works, why it's powerful, and why I'm just going to keep building onto it, right? For Ben and for other people out there, because this is too good. Knowing how easy it is to build with AI, it's too good to not build, right? It's just, I feel like it is, I'm driven to keep making more for it. So that's something I'm going to keep doing. And you all out there who have been following us, we just got 50,000 followers or 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, over almost 65,000 on Instagram, and like almost 30,000 or something on TikTok. a lot of you have come out of nowhere and just, you know, given us so much love and support for our family and for Ben. And we're going to be showing more stuff of Ben using the software, new tools, new games, and just kind of showing Ben's progress. Now, as you have seen in the last live stream, sometimes Ben doesn't have enough energy to do a lot of stuff on stream. His condition does dictate a lot of that stuff. Today seems to be a better day, so hopefully he'll be on stream for a little while afterward. This is going to be a little bit of a longer stream. It might go for like 2.5 or 3 hours. But this morning, right now, I'm going to go through all of the features of the new Accessibility Hub, where you can get it, and where you can support. Okay? So, without further ado, let's move forward. So, hope everyone's doing well. I can read chat. We actually just got a teleprompter, so that was cool. We just got a teleprompter. I can actually read chat right on the teleprompter. I'm not going to be using a prompt for this particular stream. That's for future videos and stuff. But I can actually read chat and make eye contact with you guys, so that's pretty cool. All right. So, we are going to get right into this. Let's see here. All right. So this does do text-to-speech. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm going to go through everything. Now, there are going to be bugs. There are going to be some things you guys are going to point out. And before we even get into it, I just want to tell you, this can work on mobile, but it's built for tablets and PCs, mostly Windows. For example, some of the audio doesn't work for iOS on some of the games, and that's because I built it using Windows in mind. That's something I plan to change over time, but not something that is a huge priority right now. So, let's get into it. All right, so how do you access this? So there is a GitHub site. You can get it on our website, narbehouse.com. There's a little link at the bottom. Okay, you can click on it. It says purchase price 0, and you can add a tip or something. You don't have to add a tip or gratuity. It's just to track people. So when you get it, you know, you put your email in. We just want to know who's using it, you know, and, you know, send out messages and say, hey, you know, how's it going? We don't do that very often. It's not spam. It's just to say, hey, we recognize you're using this. Let us know what you think, right? So we can keep improving it. Our drive right now is making stuff for Ben. This past couple weeks, it's been trying to improve this for other people. But moving forward, it's going to be mostly for Ben. He's only going to be using a handful of aspects of this software. Things like the phrase board are probably not going to be used by Ben. But the phrase board is a powerful tool I hope other people use. And we'll get into it. So, sorry, let me go back. So, narbehouse.com. You can also go to narbefoundation.org. There is a link to it on there. Okay, it just goes to the software when you click on it, and you can access it that way. All right, and we're going to get into that right now, and I'll show you the where it is on the web browser as well, so you can just go directly to it. So let's pull up my browser. Bring up the display. You know, I'm going to go full screen here, I think. Bring up my camera here. All right. So we're going to go right to it. So narbehouse.github.io. Okay, you'll notice that there's a website that exists here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me and see everything. Let me know if there's any issues with the playback. I might be blocking the screen a little bit. In fact, let me just make my camera a little smaller because it's not that important. Okay, so let's get into it. So here's how it works. So we have a handful of things on here that you can access, like our developer guide. This guide will walk you through how I built this stuff and how you can build these types of games for Ben. Put this together. There might be some things missing or some things that may be irrelevant for your use case, but this is just an idea of where to start and how to move forward. So for example, some of this stuff is like recommending mechanics, right? Like recommended mechanics. So like certain things for certain games, right? Matching in memory games, pattern sequences, things like that. There's a lot of stuff in here, right? Settings to include like text-to-speech on and off, rate and volume. All that stuff exists in here, okay? That's something that I want anyone who wants to build for someone like Ben to consider. There's a whole thing. We also have guides on the narbefoundation.org for you to go through. So let's get into the hub. So we're going to get into the hub first, and then I'm going to go into the editors and how this all works. Okay, there's like a little phrase board editor here. We'll get into that in a little bit. So here we go. This loads in full screen.
Use full screen for the best
experience. It'll ask you if you want to use full screen.
Full screen.
I need to hear it so that way. You guys hear yourself? Oh, sorry. There is echo. No one told me. That's not good. If you guys heard an echo, that stinks, because now I can't use any of that video. Oh well, that was my fault. My fault. That stinks. I'll have to see if I can use that video anyway. No one told me. No one told me. I'll have to maybe redo that beginning part because I wanted to cut this up. So let me just go back because I actually do want to do this properly. So I'm just going to go over this real quickly. Maybe I can use some of that later. So we're going to go over Ben's software right now. Just to go back real quick, I just want to go over this one more time. Sorry, guys. I know you'll hear this again twice, but it's just because I heard an echo and I didn't realize the echo was happening on stream. I couldn't hear my audio. So just go back. So we built some software for Ben using Python, and that is free and open source. It's on GitHub, and we want people to use it, try it, modify it for themselves so that way they can do what we did for Ben for themselves. Now, we understand that not everyone's going to be technical. They're not going to want to go through the AI prompting the way, you know, I did it, even though I encourage people to build for themselves. So when I made a video about it, it got a lot of attention. So we made a video about Ben's messaging app. So Ben's messaging app, it's the first time he's ever used a text messaging app, and it's the first time he's ever sent messages to people and received messages from people the way we're doing it. And it was very powerful, and I didn't expect it to blow up. The video kind of went viral. And that's because a content creator by the name of Jen Hamilton actually made a reaction video about our video of Ben using his new app, his new messenger app. And that brought in a huge amount of new people coming in with interest with what we're doing here. And that's amazing. We got a lot of messages. Those messages were asking, how do I access the app? How do I install it? How do I do this stuff? Even though our foundation and our purpose here is to tell you that you can build this stuff yourself, I understand that not a lot of people are going to do that. So since that video was released by Jen, it kind of sparked something in me to start building for other people a little bit. So I wanted to build something that was a little bit more plug and play for people. And that would include building something that was like a web app. So I built a web app that has a lot of Ben's software, a few of his games, his keyboard, actually the same keyboard he uses with some new features, and then a phrase board with a phrase board editor. And it actually is a media and phrase board, so you can actually load things like YouTube on it. I want to go through all of that today and show you exactly how it works. And I want to show you that anyone can access this. But most importantly, I built this all with AI, with no experience with coding, with programming, right, or building sites like this. I've never done it before. I'm simply using AI to guide me through the process and just telling it the features I want and figuring out how to build it. And this is the power of AI and why it's so important to us that people explore it to find solutions if solutions don't exist in the over-the-counter or off-the-shelf kind of proprietary software that exists today. There's a lot of other software, a lot of other AACs out there that we recommend that are free, that are online. So I don't say, we're not saying, hey, come to this software and use this. This is your only software you should use. That's not the point. The point of this is to show you what we can build. And if it's helpful to anyone, we're happy it can help. The idea really is, hey, you can build stuff like this if this other stuff doesn't work. You can do it with your loved ones' capabilities and abilities in mind and build it custom for them. You can tailor it just for them. This one is made with 2-switch access in mind, but it can also be accessed with 1 switch. And I'm going to show all that right now. Okay. So when you go to this website, it's called narbehouse.github.io. You can click on Benny's Hub. When you get into Benny's Hub, it'll ask you if you want a full screen or if you want to cancel. If you click cancel, it'll stay in the minimized state. Sorry, minimized state, non-full screen state. We're going to click on full screen. Now, you navigate this with 2 buttons. This is mapped to spacebar and enter. You can do everything with spacebar and enter, or you can use your mouse clicks. That includes things like head tracking or eye tracking mice if you have it installed on your system already. I am planning to implement a facial tracking type of thing on here where it'll look at your camera if you have a camera set up. It'll do things like, you know, if you want to open your mouth and scan forward, you can do that. If you want to close your eyes and select, you can do that. So those types of things, or if you want to look left and look right, it will, in fact, give you those inputs. So that way it will be mapped to spacebar and enter. But right now we're just using 2 buttons. I wish I could prove it to you, but it's seriously just using spacebar and enter, and you can test this yourself. Okay? So I'm going to go through the menus. I'm going to show you what all the tools do, how to set it up for yourself if you'd like. So let's,
tools.
Before we get into the tools, we'll get into the settings. Okay, so I'm just clicking spacebar.
Games.
If I want to go backwards, I hold down spacebar. This works for most of the software. So I'm holding it down.
Tools. Settings.
Okay. In fact, auto scan should be on by default. So it's not on right now. I'm going to turn that on by default eventually. And to turn it off, you're going to go into settings.
Settings menu.
Okay.
Press spacebar to start scanning.
It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay. A lot of it is text to speech. In fact, almost all of it is text to speech. So that way, if you're low vision, you can hear and know exactly what you're clicking on.
Back. Highlight color.
You can change things like the highlight color. It'll just
highlight color change to green.
It'll just cycle through the highlight colors.
Highlight color change to purple. Highlight color change. Highlight color change to white.
We'll use white. Okay. Text color. You can change the text color.
Text color change. Text color change. Text
okay.
color change.
We'll use
to
yellow.
Gold.
Background theme. We're gonna go through all. This is gonna be kind of annoying because you're gonna hear all the sounds. I apologize, guys. But in fact, I'll just lower the volume just a little bit so that way it's not too annoying.
Background theme.
So background theme. We can change this.
Background theme.
Bunch of different colors.
Background theme.
It can do dark modes, light modes, with different like muted colors.
To default.
All right.
Text to speech.
You can turn text to speech on or off. If you turn it off, it won't text to speech anymore on the main menu. Okay. You will still hear some things on other menus, and I'll show you that afterward. But this is just for the main menu. Okay. So you turn it off. It doesn't speak.
Text to speech enabled.
Turn it back on. Okay.
Voice.
Voice setting. You can change your voice settings.
Voice change to UK.
Okay, these are all built in.
Voice change to UK.
Voice change to David.
We'll use David because actually.
Voice change to Mark.
Which one do we like?
Voice change to Zira.
Voice change to US.
We'll just use the US one. All right, I think it's the most pleasant sounding.
Auto scan.
Auto scan. When you turn on auto scan, it will auto scan through the menu. So we'll turn it on.
Auto scan enabled.
To show you what it looks like. It's going to text to speech everything.
Highlight color.
This would be on by default, so that way if you only have one button, you can use the one button to access everything.
Voice.
Okay.
Auto scan. Auto scan.
We'll turn it off for now, but just letting you know, auto scan exists in this, so that way it can just scan to everything. And if you only have one button, you can access everything.
Back. Home menu.
Okay.
Press spacebar. Tools.
Let's get into tools first before we get into the games. When you access the tools,
tools menu.
You'll notice a couple things
to start scanning.
At the top of the page.
Back.
As we add more tools and games to this, it might fill the entire screen. So we wanted to do something to sort it by genre.
Filter by genre.
So you can filter it.
Genre filter menu.
By the genre.
Press spacebar to start scanning.
This will effectively allow you to just filter by the different tool types. Okay?
Back. All items. Accessibility. Communication.
Both of them are accessibility and communication, so we don't have to click on it. But those we only have two tools, but you can actually filter it by the genre that it is. So if we do something like calculator, maybe we have a category called math or something, or numbers. Maybe the calculator would pop up there. Okay.
Back.
So
filter by keyboard.
We're gonna go through the thing that's familiar, which is Ben's keyboard. I'm gonna show you this and show you why it's so cool and why it's so powerful, and it will automatically load when you click on it. You can always get in and out of this software independently. You don't need a caregiver. You don't need someone helping you out. You just use your one or two buttons to be able to access everything. So the keyboard, here we go.
Opening keyboard.
This is
predictive text.
Sorry, auto scan. Like I said, auto scan is on. So we're just going to turn it off real quick, just so that way it's a little better.
Delete word. Clear. Settings. Highlight.
I can actually scan.
Voice. TTS. Scan speed. Auto scan disabled.
Okay. So we'll go into the settings real quick of this, and I'll explain how the keyboard works. So, as we said,
clear cache, close settings, theme,
same type of thing.
Light,
you have a bunch of different themes.
Dark, blue, green, purple.
And this will change the color of the actual keyboard. Okay, so this changes the color of the keyboard too. So anything you see here changes in the keyboard as well.
Orange, red, default.
So we'll use default for now. Highlight changes as well. You can change the highlight color too.
Pink, green, orange, black, white, purple, red, yellow.
Okay. Voice, same thing.
Voice.
If you change the voice here, this is what's really powerful, guys. If you change the voice here, it will change it on the rest of the system. So you can change the voices in any of the apps. It will change the voice in other parts of the system. So it'll just synchronize. Okay. So I'm not going to change the voices. It's all the same voices.
TTS.
You could turn the text-to-speech on or off. So if you're someone who doesn't need text-to-speech, you can turn it on or off here. You will have to turn that off in certain other settings. But there was a way for me to actually make that go across all apps. Right now, it's not imperative for us. Scan speed.
Scan speed.
This allows you to scan faster
Fast.
or slower, so it'll just allow you to scan backwards a little faster. When you hold down spacebar, same thing.
TTS.
It'll scan
Voice.
backwards. Press it
TTS.
once at a time, one at a
Scan
time.
speed.
You move forward one at a time.
Auto scan.
Auto scan. Instructions. If you can't see very well and you need instructions, the help button will give you instructions for how to use the keyboard.
Welcome to Ben's keyboard. Here are the instructions for using this keyboard. Navigation controls. Spacebar short press will advance forward through rows and buttons. Spacebar long hold will move backward through rows and buttons until released. Selection controls. Return key short press will select the highlighted item. Return key long press in button mode will return you to row selection mode. Return key long hold in row selection
You
mode
get it.
will
We don't have to
jump
listen to the whole
directly
thing.
to predictive text. Clear cache.
So when you move off of it, it'll actually interrupt the TTS, so you don't have to listen to everything if you accidentally click it. Okay? So, what is clear cache? So let me explain this. So this keyboard will remember, it will remember all of your inputs. Let me just say this. This keyboard is built to remember all of your frequently used words. So there aren't any cuss words in this. There's no profanity in this that I'm aware of. I actually tried removing all of that. It has a built-in predictive text, so it doesn't rely on any online API service, if you're familiar with that. So it's pretty fast to predict, which is great. It has like over 100,000 different words and a bunch of different like sentence starters that will get you through it. And I'll explain all that in a minute. But if let's say you're typing and you typed a lot of nonsense and you're like, man, what did I do? You can actually clear your cache and go back to the default predictions because it's going to remember your predictions based on frequency. So if you use the F-bomb a lot, and as soon as you start typing the letter F, it might show the F-bomb first. I don't know if you want to show that. If you do, it's fine, but it's up to you. But this is browser specific. If you're using this on Chrome and it has your profile, it will save all your predictions. It is pretty dope, okay? So let's go through it. So we don't have to clear the cache. Close the settings.
Closed.
Now, predictions.
Predictive text. Controls.
Let's go through the controls. So space adds a space. Delete letter deletes one letter. Delete word deletes an entire word. Clear clears the entire sentence. Settings gets you back to settings. The exit button brings you back to the main menu where we were just before. So let's type something. Let's just type good morning.
GHIJ. G.
So we'll start with G. You'll notice immediately it has predictive text. Immediately at the top, predictive text. It doesn't have to think. It just goes right to it because I built it so that way it was local. Okay. When you hold down the return key, if you're holding down return key. Now, if you're in auto scan, it won't matter because it'll auto scan to that predictive text line. But if you hold down the return key, holding it down right now.
Get, going, good, go, got, girl.
Notice it jumped to the predictive text line. If you hear, for example, if you're typing and you're like, hey, I don't know if predictive text is in there. Maybe you don't read so well. Maybe your vision isn't great. Ben is low vision. So he's constantly checking his predictive text line to know if his word is popping up. So he might type the 1, 2, 3 letters of the word, and he might have to go back to that predictive text line a few times, but usually he can get to his word once he does it. And as it learns what you type, like I was saying earlier, the frequency of the times you use that word and the amount of times you use it, it'll pop up more frequently the more sentences you make with that word. And the more times you use that first letter, it'll pop up. Okay. So we'll go to good.
Get.
So we can scan forwards or backwards. Holding down spacebar goes backwards, so we'll show you.
Girl. Got. Go. Good.
Scanning pretty fast because we're on fast mode. If we did slow mode, it would do it every 3 seconds. On fast mode, it's like once every second or so. So good. Okay. So you'll see it doesn't have morning. So let's just go down to M.
A, B, C, D, G, H, I, J, M, N, O, P, Q, R.
Okay.
M.
Good. M. Let's see if morning pops up. Hey, look at that. Predictive text will go up to a good morning. Hold it down.
Men. Man.
You can,
men.
if you see it, you don't need it, right? You hold down spacebar, which will be one of your buttons. Good morning. You hold down spacebar again to move up to the sentence line, and you just press enter.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now, if you say this 3 times, it will save it as one of your frequently used phrases and words.
Good morning.
Okay?
Good morning.
Now we're going to clear it. I'm just going to use my mouse to clear it. Okay? Now we're going to type G. Okay? You'll see good. Okay? And look at what popped up in the first line. So it has saved good morning as a predictive text word that we use most frequently. So it's the most frequently thing we word.
Morning.
Okay. So this will allow us to go to good morning extremely fast and allow you to do common phrases, things you might say more often. Okay. Now, if we clear it, just so you can know, yes, no, and help are always going to be the first things you see, because a lot of people just need yes, no, and help. Okay. And a lot of the most common first things you say in a sentence are going to be the, I, and you. So those will always be the default blank predictive text words and lines. Okay. Now, if let's just do something random. So let's say let's see. Abdul said messes my words. So he just said messes my words. So we'll start typing M-E-S. Okay. So it has messed. It has mess. So let's do 2 S's. Okay. So there's no messes. I don't even know if it has. There's messes right there. Messes. Okay. We'll do you. Up is in predictive text. Up. M for my words. So W. There's word. So let's do W-O. Words. Okay. So you didn't have to type a whole lot to get predictive text. Okay. We'll say it 3 times.
Messes up my words.
I'm clicking right now. I'm not using the space bar and enter, but I'm just
Messes
clicking.
up my
Again,
words.
you can use touch screen if you have a Surface or like an iPad. This works with touch screen. Or if you have a mouse or eye gaze or head tracking with a mouse, it will use the mouse inputs like I'm doing right now.
Messes up my words.
So messes up my words now goes in there. We'll clear it. We'll just type it again. M-E messes up my words. Okay? It pops up first. And as you do more of this, it'll cycle it down. So the more you type and the more you do, the faster these predictive texts will pop up. Okay? So that's the power of this. And if you want to clear it, so we'll go back to settings.
Clear cache.
We'll clear the cache.
Cache cleared.
Cache is cleared. We'll go back to settings.
Closed.
So we'll type in E-M-E-S. Hey, there's no messes anymore. You notice it cleared the cache? Whoops, actually, I didn't clear it. There we go. M-E-S. No messes. It didn't pop up first. That's because we cleared the cache. So if you have a bunch of predictive text that doesn't make sense, this will stay in there until you hit clear cache or until you clear your cache on your browser. So that will always stay in there. All right. This is pretty robust. You'll be able to predict words very quickly with this. All right. So that's how this works. This is one of my, I'm very proud of this. And you'll notice it doesn't have any, it's all capital. It doesn't have any punctuation or anything like that. This is simply to get your words out. All right. This is for simple conversation, simply to say a couple sentences, say what you want, say what you need, whatever. Okay. It's built to be very simple and easy to use. All right. So that's really all this is. All right. So if you're someone who just needs something that can just get your words out, you don't have to worry about punctuation and yada, yada, yada. This can work very well. Okay. All right. Here we go. So let's go exit.
Return to menu.
Brings us
Press
back to our
spacebar
menu.
To start. Back.
Brings us back to
Filter by genre. Keyboard.
our main menu. Okay. Now, phrase board. This is a big one.
Phrase and media board.
So the phrase and media board is a brand new app that I built. And this one, while I do love the keyboard, the phrase and media board, I'm planning on making this even better by adding some better organizational features. But right now, this thing is, I love this thing. And I think that this can expand and become even better and better and better. And anyone who wants to make it better, go for it. Just remember, we do have a license on it. While it's good for personal use and you can modify it as much as you want, we do have something on there that protects us from commercial use. So make sure you're only using it for personal use, please and thank you. Because in a commercial setting, we don't want people profiting off this. This is supposed to be for free. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Here we go.
Opening phrase and media board.
Phrase and media board. Okay, so we're going to go through all the settings first, okay? So
Settings.
you'll notice that settings opens.
Settings.
And you'll see that it doesn't highlight a row first. This is on purpose. There is I call it a dead row, or like a dead zone. So anytime you go to a new menu, it'll keep it clear, all right? Anytime you go to a new menu, it clears it. That's just so if for example, if you do have someone who's modeling this for someone, or if you're a caregiver and you can't see, or maybe the yellow's bothering you, it just allows for an extra padding so that way it clears the highlight, all right? But it'll always pop up when you press spacebar. So you guys know how the spacebar works. You know how the enter works. It's the same principle. You press spacebar, it goes down the rows. You press enter, it goes through the rows. If you hold down spacebar, it goes backwards. Oh, I forgot to mention, if in the keyboard, in fact, let me just go back to the keyboard. Sorry.
Return
This
to menu.
this is important
Opening
too.
Keyboard.
We'll go back to this real quick. If you get into a row
Predictive text.
on
Controls.
accident,
A
okay?
B C D E F.
Let's say you accidentally get into this row.
A.
And you're like, oh, dang it, I don't need this word. And all you can do is press 2 buttons. Hold down return. It'll get you out of the row first. Okay?
A B C D E F.
If you hold down return, it gets you out of the row. So you don't have to get stuck in that row. If you're in row mode, like I said, and you hold down return, it'll also bring you up to predictive
no,
text.
Help. The. I.
Okay?
You.
So just to go back
Return
to that, because
menu.
that's important.
Opening
right.
phrase and media board.
On to the phrase and media board, real quick. Okay, so we have settings. I'm
Settings
going to
menu.
click because it's a little bit faster, but just know spacebar and enter. Scan down, scan up by holding down spacebar, press enter. If you're stuck in a row, it'll bring you back to the row
Main
mode.
menu.
So if you don't want to go to main menu and you want to go back to row select mode, you hold down enter, brings you back to row select mode. Pretty cool, pretty intuitive, very easy to control. Some people who can't do the hold down, auto scan is a good option for you. Auto scan is available on this.
Auto scan enabled.
Okay, you turn auto scan on, it'll automatically scan through the rows. Okay, press enter on a row.
Fast speed.
Okay,
Fast speed.
it allows you to, and then you could do really fast scanning. You could do slow scanning.
Speed selected.
Okay, so the idea is this is going to change for whoever, and it goes slow enough for you to pick. Medium's
Medium
what it's
speed
set on by
selected.
default, but you can change
Auto
that.
scan.
Auto scan works.
Grid size.
Grid size is another one. You can change the size of the grid. So usually 4x4 is default. I think that's a good size, but you could do as big as 2x2,
menu.
and you could just have 2 buttons on each. Now you're gonna take you a while to get through the menus, but if you are low vision, you can actually set up your menus like this. And this isn't the powerful thing about this yet. The most powerful thing is I'm going to show you. It's to come. It's amazing. I'm
Grid
very proud of
size.
this.
Settings
We'll go back to our
menu.
default, but again, you can go
Grid
up to like
size.
a 10 by
Settings
10.
menu.
All right. So you
Grid
can
size.
make
Settings
this
menu.
whatever
Grid
size
size.
is comfortable for
Settings
you.
menu.
Okay. Theme. You change
Dark,
your
blue
themes.
theme, green, purple, dark,
Okay.
light theme selected.
Same thing.
Settings menu.
Now, sentence mode. If you don't want to just press a button to effectively say the word you're selecting,
Sentence bar on.
you can toggle sentence bar. The sentence bar will allow you to create sentences within the phrase board. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn it off for right
Sentence
now
bar
to
off.
show you how it works.
Main menu.
We're going to go into one of our phrase boards. This is like our default phrase board. I'm going to go to NARBE default. This is the one that we just put up there for an example. Same thing with words. Words would be for building sentences. Default would be for just for speaking.
NARBE default.
Okay. So default. So we'll go to needs.
I need help.
I need
please.
help. Okay. We can do again.
Back.
Same thing. It's the same principle.
I need help. I need help.
Okay. Very cool. Okay. It comes with little pictures. These are open images from open symbols, right? These are, as long as you're making stuff for free and you can put it out there open source, these are available to use. Okay. So I've been using these.
Default.
This has a ton of stuff on here.
Connectors.
Okay. So
NARBE default.
needs, feelings, connectors, verbs, questions, and time.
Why?
Okay.
NARBE.
A lot of
people.
stuff.
NAR basic. Hello. How are you? NARBE default.
Okay. Very cool, right? Very simple, very easy to understand. Now,
Main menu.
if I turn on sentence mode,
Settings menu. Sentence bar on.
sentence bar is the first thing it scans to. If you click on the sentence bar,
Sentence is empty.
it's empty. If you want to delete and clear all, it's the same type of principle. Okay, if you're not familiar with that, that's how that works.
Main menu.
Right? So we'll go to words,
NARBE words.
and we'll just make a sentence.
Pronouns.
I,
NARBE
let's say
words.
verbs. I will go through the menus. Let's see. I love, and
NARBE words.
let's go to
Pronouns.
you. Okay.
NARBE.
So if I click on it,
I love you.
I can click on it.
I love you.
And it says I love you. Now, if you make this bigger, you can make this bigger with the different sizes. But the idea is you can scan to it,
I love you.
right? If you don't mean to say I love you, you can delete one
Delete.
word at a time.
Deleting.
Okay.
Delete.
It'll always bring you back to the
Deleting.
row select mode. You can also clear it, okay, by clicking clear. So that way it always gets you in and out of the row very seamlessly. All right. Now,
Main menu.
that's how this works. Now, there's a media side to this. Now, the reason I built the media side is because there's a lot of people who don't, or there's a lot of software out there that doesn't really emphasize the media side of things. So, like playing videos, right? I couldn't get this to work with things like Netflix, right? That's not how this works. But this will work on with things like YouTube, Vimeo, and I believe Spotify, and there might be another one. I think Google, like if you host something on a Google Drive. So hint, hint, if you host something on a Google Drive and you want to have it play for someone, let's say a movie or something, I don't know, I'm just saying, you technically could use that for this. All right, if it's hosted at the right place. You could do it locally too. If you want to bring this local, you can just tell the app, hey, this is where the local file is, okay? So we'll go to YouTube videos. We'll just go to Kids Show.
Kids.
We'll play SpongeBob Marathon. So if we go to SpongeBob Marathon, okay, you'll notice the sentence bar is up.
SpongeBob Marathon.
So if I click on SpongeBob Marathon, wouldn't that go into the sentence board? Not if it's a link. If it's a link and a URL specifically to YouTube, YouTube is the best right now. That's how it's built. It will open a player. Okay, so here's how it works.
SpongeBob Marathon.
Okay, SpongeBob now opens. There is a control bar at the bottom. Okay, as soon as you press enter, let me just move my thing up so you can see it. Okay, as soon as you press enter, sorry guys, I gotta get off my screen. Here we go. Okay, as soon as you press enter, it goes to the control bar. All right, you can do things like play it.
Pause. Play. Pause.
Okay.
Play. Pause.
You can do things like rewind it by 10 seconds. Okay?
Play. Pause.
You can unmute it. I'm going to unmute it and mute it again.
Unmute. Unmute.
Okay? It'll always start muted. Okay, but this will play and use all of your media from YouTube. And if you're someone who cannot access the actual YouTube site and you need something simple that maybe a caregiver or someone can like create a whole playlist for you, maybe with new videos on a playlist that gets updated, you can do that too. Or you can make a custom playlist, right? You can make a custom playlist, put this playlist in a link, and then update it whenever you want, and that playlist will update on the software because it's just going to keep that link, and it'll just refresh that link, and whatever you put in that playlist, it'll play. So if, let's say, you make a custom board for someone, which I'll show in a little bit, and you say, I want to create a custom playlist for someone, and I want to just update it every other day or something so that way they have new stuff to watch, you can do that. Just by updating it on YouTube. It'll go to the list, they'll be able to play it. Now you have to make sure that everything can embed. Some videos will not embed just because they set it to not embed. So you just got to double check that, but a lot of stuff will embed, okay? So when you close it, it closes, brings you back, okay? You can still scan to it, and all these work. So you can go to any of these. If you have a playlist, for example, I believe I have a playlist with
science and history.
So there's the Vsauce playlist, for example.
Vsauce playlist.
It gives, if it's a playlist, it recognizes it's a playlist. Sorry, you can't skip the ads unless you have YouTube Premium. So if you guys buy YouTube Premium, I believe these ads will go away. They go away in a few seconds if you're not using it, but you just got to deal with the ads, unfortunately. But you can skip through the different episodes. Okay, so it'll allow you to it'll give you a next and a previous button, so that way you can skip through the episodes. And you can do exactly what you did before. As long as it's a playlist, it'll recognize that it is a playlist and give you the previous and next button, okay? Very powerful, all right? This is something that I believe a lot of people can get a lot of use out of, all right? And it's all scan and select. So again, you can use just your enter key if you have auto scan on, all right? You can use both spacebar and enter using just like Ben's two buttons if you want to use it that way. There's so many things you can do, and you can customize this yourself. You can download everything from the GitHub, and you can play with it, and you can make custom apps based on what I built.
YouTube video, main menu.
So, creating a board and loading a board. All right, you'll notice there are two things on here, create board and load board. There is a warning anytime you click on create
Settings.
Board.
Exit. Create board.
Or load board.
Create board.
It'll give you a warning. That warning is creating a board will open a new tab, and you are not going to be able to use scan and select because it is going to give you something that someone should update and manage for you. Okay, if you're someone who's a user of this, and you could do it if you have touchscreen, but if you're someone who's scan and select, I couldn't make it so that way you can update your own scan and your own menus. But someone can build you menus and update them for you. So
go back.
We're going to proceed. It gives you a go back button, so that way it will give you the option to go back to the menu, so that way you don't get stuck. But if you press proceed it'll open a brand new tab for you, okay? So let's bring it up.
Creating a board opens a new tab and scanning will not return to the phrase board.
There you go. So here we are. So the phrase board. This is cool, all right? I want you guys to understand why this is so cool. This is built like a spreadsheet, okay? It downloads as a CSV. Very common, all right? It's literally a spreadsheet that tells the phrase board exactly what to do, all right? You can update this as often, as much as you'd like. You can change the colors, and you can do everything you want. Everything is fully customizable with this, okay? So we're just going to customize a couple of these colors. Sure, we're going to make another category here. We'll make basic needs, and we'll call this fun. Okay, so we have 2 phrases in here. Let's add a phrase. Okay, we'll just add a phrase. We'll call this our test, our browser. I'll call this our browser board. Okay, so we're going to combine 2 things to this. We'll combine a couple new phrases, and we'll combine a couple videos that we'll add to it just to demonstrate how it works. Okay, so category image for basic. Let's get a basic image. You'll notice it automatically loads images based on your search term that's already in there. Okay, you notice basic is a check mark now. Let's update the image. We'll call this we'll say, I don't know, a fork. I don't know. Fork. We'll just use a fork. I don't know why. We're just going to apply it. Okay, now it changes to a fork. Okay, colors there. If we want our board to have a new image, it says our browser board. Okay, we can change our board image too. So our board image can be, let's say Chrome. Will the Chrome logo pop up? Sure, Chrome logo. Chrome logo is now our board's logo. All right. Fun board. Needs. Let's update needs. That's good. Apply image for needs. That's actually the same one there. So let's do a hand. Apply image. You can search for it. It's going to search for like 20,000 different images. Here's a cool thing about this too. Let's say you don't like these images and you want to do another image. Let's say, I don't know. Let's say basic. We'll just call it needs. Okay. We'll say needs images. Okay. Let's just say we like. I don't know. Let's get a square one. Let's just say this. Let's use this one. So we'll copy this. We'll say copy image address on Google. We'll go back to our phrase builder. We're just going to paste that image address into this. Okay. Oops. It'd be nice if I could actually type. Okay. Apply image. Look at that. That image is now in the phrase board. So if it's available online, you can put the image into here. Okay. So pretty cool. Let's do fun. Let's just say, let's say game. We'll just call game, and we'll say let's play a game. You notice when I typed game, look what happened. It automatically brought an image up for us. We'll type game again. If we don't like that image, we'll search for a game here. We'll just use the remote. Okay, so now we have game and the remote will pop up. All right, we'll add a phrase. We're gonna make this a video this time. Okay, we'll call this Mario playthrough. We'll call this Mario play. Okay, so it's not Mario, but we'll go to YouTube. And what we'll do is we'll find a Mario video. Let's say Mario, Super Mario World. Super Mario World. So maybe there's a Super Mario World gameplay video. Here we go. So this is a Super Mario gameplay video. We're just going to copy the link. Okay. We're going to go back to the phrase board. We are going to go to what to speak, and we're going to insert the link. Now the link is in there. Okay, cool. So let's just do this thing. It changed the thing. So this is going to be that one. We'll apply that image. Okay, so we have 2 game images. Sure. Okay. So notice we have 3 boards. How do I save this? You can save this a couple different ways. Now, if you want to just copy the entire CSV to a clipboard, you can copy it to clipboard, and then you can open up, let's say Word. I don't know. You can open up Word. You can. It's just plain text as a CSV file. See, this is all the CSV file, so it's going to copy it and paste it. You can put it in Excel, whatever. Okay, and you can format it the way you want. All right, save it, have it on the side. You can upload it on any computer. Okay, or you can download the CSV. This will actually download it as a CSV file that you can open in Excel. Okay, and this tells the program exactly where to put these things. Okay, super powerful stuff, super easy to use. This is super easy. All right, now let's say you're just using this and this is just your default. You don't want to save anything. You don't have to upload it. You just want it to save. Okay, we have this button here. It's called Save to Browser. When you save it to browser, it allows you to save it to your local storage on your computer, your browser specifically, and it will load on your phrase board. All right, so let's see what that looks like. So we're going to close this. And again, you can edit your phrase boards too. So if you click import, you can actually import different phrase boards. Since I already saved this one, I'll just open up another one. I opened it. Look at that. It gives me my other phrase board that I can edit. You can collapse these. You can move these around. So let's say I put this here. Let's say I want this one above it. I can just drag it above it. I can change where they land and where they are. Okay. This, I can change the order of these as well. I can change the order of all the different words. Okay. There's a lot you could do with this. This thing is, I built this thing to be as powerful as possible for caregivers and people who need something now that's super intuitive and very easy to modify. All right. All right. So we're not going to save this as our board because that would mess up the other one, but we're going to close this. Okay. We have our board here. Now it's not popping up. All we have to do is refresh. Okay. And just go back to the tools.
Opening phrase and media board.
Look at what appeared. Do you see what appeared? We have our browser board. It appears on our default area. Okay. The same color and everything. We're going to click on it.
Our browser board.
Look at that. The image, the specific image we got from Google now pops up. It says wants and needs. It's probably not an image we'd probably usually use.
Needs.
It pops up in there.
I need the bathroom.
There
Our
you go.
browser board.
Fun.
Let's play a game.
We can play a game. Now watch this. If I were to click on that video, we know this is a video. Usually I would use like an embed image of a video or say play video Mario. You can title it whatever you want. But we're going to click on it and look at this. It loads our Mario video. So it knows if the URL is in there and will automatically play the video. All right. It's as simple as that. This is the easiest, most intuitive thing I think I've ever built. And I'm really happy that it turned out the way it did because I'm only going to keep making it better. All right. So people who use this or they're going to modify this, I want you to understand I'm going to keep making more of these. Okay. It plays. It works. Bada bing, bada boom. We have access to scan and select. Okay. So we can actually go through and do our controls. All right. And watch our Mario video. We can even fast forward it. We can go through it. We can see, like, you know, you're sick of it. You can just fast forward a bunch of times. Okay. Very cool, right? All right. So that is the phrase board.
Our browser board.
You can get as many
main menu.
As many boards as you want in here. Okay. As you get more boards, it will add extra pages. So if we just go to like our NARBE words, it'll do the same thing. It'll give you a next button. It'll allow you to go through the pages and it'll allow you to just, when you make more phrase boards, it'll just give you more boards to choose from. You can color code them. You can put images on them. It is very intuitive and very easy to use. All right. And it's free. And I want anyone to use it. Okay. It's not something I'm saying you have to use, but if someone needed something, this is available.
Main menu.
Okay. I think that's it for this. I believe I got to everything. If you click exit,
settings,
we'll go back
exit,
to exit.
Return to menu.
Brings us back to our menu.
To start scanning.
I want you guys to understand that this is a hub that is independently accessible for people with needs like Ben. This is built with Ben's needs in mind. And I think it's powerful because you can use one or two buttons with this very simply. Okay.
Press spacebar. Back.
Okay. So we're going to go back.
Home menu.
We're going to get to the fun stuff.
Tools. Games.
Games. All right. Now we do have that developer what do you call it, guide on our main site for this. That will walk you through how to build these kinds of games and what's important in these games. But I'm going to show you the 4 games we have available right now. Just 4. We have, I think I'm going to have like 8 or 9 up there probably in the next few months. I'm going to be transforming, not transforming. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to be, my brain just went blank. Yeah, transforming? I don't know. I'm going to be basically changing the code from one to another. All right. So, sorry, my brain went blank. Sometimes I get brain farts. I've been thinking too hard lately. But I am going to be basically taking his Python games and turning them into HTML games. All right. So I'll show you how this works. So again, this works.
Settings, tools, games.
This works just like this. Like I was showing you, if you press down spacebar, you can have auto scan, all that stuff. If you guys missed some of the video, if you're just joining us, this video will be a VOD on YouTube. I'm going to be cutting it up and making it a separate video for anyone who wants to see this. So just be on the lookout for that when it's done.
Games menu.
Go to games.
Press spacebar to start scanning.
If auto scan is on, I think it'll still say press spacebar, start scanning, but it'll automatically scan. Okay.
Filter by genre.
You can filter by genre, like I was saying.
Benny's P3GL game.
Okay, and it allows you to scan one by one. All right. So we'll go through each game. Some of you may have seen these games. These games work best. They're not great on mobile, but they do work on mobile. Most of them work okay on mobile. Some of the games will not have audio on iOS, and that's because when I built these, I did not have iOS in mind, but I plan to eventually make more of the games and update some of these games so that way they do work on iOS, at least the audio. You can play them on iOS, but you might not hear them. You at least won't hear the game sounds, okay, because it's just a different engine that uses, it's a Windows engine, and I'm not sure how to convert it easily. So that's something I'm going to have to work on over time. Moving forward, I will try to make sure any of the games do have iOS audio enabled, all right? So we'll go to the Peggle game. We call it P3GL, Peggle. It's not Peggle. It's a Peggle-like game.
Opening Benny's P3GL game.
Okay. The cool thing about these games, a lot of them are going to have editors. So on that first menu, not the Benny's Hub menu, but the one that you go to the home page before you go in there, there are going to be editors that are available. So you can actually build your own custom games using those editors. Okay, so if I click on custom game right now,
select difficulty for custom game.
We'll just click easy.
Custom games.
So there are custom games in here. Okay, there's a built-in campaign and the NARBE House
NARBE
custom
House
game.
Custom game.
I'm going to be putting something in here that says load local game. This will allow you to build a custom game, put the custom game into a folder, and then whenever you want to go in there, you click on it, it'll load it. You just have to click on it to get to it. But if you have a custom game you want to submit to me, I can put it online so it'll exist in this list. So right now we just have my custom game here, right? So just to go through it real quick.
Starting game.
It has a built-in game. Some of you may have seen this already. To play it, spacebar aims, so it will actually go back and forth, all right? It's pretty slow, so that way you can aim it, right? Now, if you want to fine-tune, let's say, okay, I want to aim for that purple one. You let go spacebar. You can fine-tune the aim because it will just go back and forth with every press, okay? So let's say you want to aim right on that purple one. There you go, okay? Press enter. It will shoot it, okay? The game's pretty fun, pretty easy. Easy mode is like pretty super simple, but it's pretty fun, interactive. You can shoot. You can get like a bunch of power-ups, clear levels. You can break those unbreakable boxes. They used to be unbreakable, okay? This is 20 levels. It's just a fun time sink, right? Ben loves playing this game. The explosion, this red one that is highlighting right now, will actually explode.
21,202.
2 hits with the explosion one will actually blow up these unbreakable boxes, so we'll just hit one, okay? You get points for every time you bounce or anytime you break a peg, all right? You'll notice that there's like a little multiplier thing on there. There's like a little one, it says 2 times. That's just your multiplier. So I'll show you. You can break these unbreakable boxes like this, okay? So in some of the levels, some of the unbreakable boxes are in the way. So you have to strategize breaking those boxes first to be able to get to the pegs underneath them, all right? So the game gets a little bit more complex, a little harder over time. That's it. How do you get out of this? Okay, 2 ways. There's 2 things. You'll notice that my mouse isn't doing anything on here right now, right? If you have eye gaze, or if you're using a mouse, or if you're using head tracking and you have a mouse on there, if you point up at this little target icon right up here, this target icon will allow you to use mouse play.
Mouse play on.
Okay, and you can actually use your mouse to play. This is good for people with eye tracking, head tracking, whatever. All right. So now you can actually aim and shoot using your mouse. All right, or dwell. You know, whatever you have on your computer that allows you to use a mouse, you can use your mouse. Okay. To turn it off, all right, you simply are going to go up to it again.
Mouse play off.
Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. It toggles it on and off. Go to the home button to pause. Now, how do you pause if you're just using switches? You hold down your return key. If you hold down the return key, it will give you the pause menu. Okay? You can turn your music off.
Music on. Toggle
you can turn TTS off.
Main menu.
Go back to the main menu, or you can simply exit the game. All right? If you resume the game, but if you just click on this little home button up here as well, same thing. It expands. The reason it gets bigger is so that way if you're using a mouse or eye gazing, head tracking, it's easier to click. The idea was make this big enough so that way if someone looks at it, it's not going to be this tiny little icon up there. It gets bigger when you go over it, so that way you can click it on any area over here and it'll activate. Okay? Pause menu. So we'll go back to we'll go to exit, because exit will just exit the game. But actually, let's go back to main menu. I'll show you there's a custom game.
Custom game.
So this is a game I built. And I'll show you the editor in a second. At the end of all this, I'll show you the Peggle editor. Actually, I'll show you the Peggle editor before we go anywhere. So this is just a bunch of different games that you can play. You can build them as easy as hard as you want. All right, this is 10 levels, I think. I forget.
Play off. Pause menu.
So main menu, or you can play game and exit directly from the game. Okay.
Return to menu.
Brings you back to the main menu.
To start scanning.
So again, you're independently able to get to every menu if you're using scan and select. Okay. So let me see if I can pull up the editor real quick. So this is not finished. Let me see if I can find the editor. So this is the Peggle editor. All right, so this is not complete yet, but you'll notice that this has the game we were just looking at in there. But the idea is you can actually edit all of these things and save them as a JSON file. The same way you edit his boards, you use this to edit the game, okay? You can change the sizes by scrolling. This is really cool because you can now make tons and tons of levels, okay? Level 2 looks like this. Level 3 looks like this. Level 4 looks like this. 5, you can make more levels. Okay, you can add a level, this little click plus level thing. Plus level, minus level, minus level. You can clear it, all right? You can do a lot of stuff. You could duplicate a level. So 10, 11, and 10 are the same now. So if I wanted to just like do half of this down here now you'll see they change. You can do a lot with this. You can create a ton of levels, and you can make a 100-round Peggle game with all the different abilities that we have built into this. And we're going to keep making this better, okay? So that's what this is all about. All right. Whoops. We can build games now, and we're giving caregivers and people who are trying to make more fun, interesting things. You can make games. You can make them as intricate as you like. All right. We have a couple more games coming out, like a mini golf game, which will have a level editor the same way. So again, mini golf will allow you to change the levels and add obstacles and do all that stuff and little power-ups and things like that in a mini golf game. And you can make as many levels as you want for the person you're making it for to make it interactive. So it's not boring. You know, you can have a new game built once a week, and they can try a new game all the time, right? That's the idea, right? Our whole idea really is interaction, game, giving things to do, tools. That's what's important to us, all right? Okay. So we'll just go through the other games real quick. Benny Says.
Opening Benny Says.
You may have seen this before. Let me just full screen this. So Benny Says, you may have seen this. You got easy mode. You just kind of go through the patterns. First round is...
Round 3.
If you mess up, it'll go back to the main menu.
Game over.
Okay. If you do medium,
Round
there's
1.
3 of them. Okay, same thing. You just try to get a high score.
Game over.
Okay. Level 4 is
Round
4 of
1.
them. Okay. It's just like a Simon game.
Game over.
Okay. So that's what that is. Exit.
Return to menu.
Bring you back.
Press spacebar to start scanning.
This concentration
Single
game
player.
is just like Ben's other concentration game.
2-player casual. 2-player competitive. Exit. Instructions.
We'll do instructions.
Press return to hear them.
Allows you to hear the instructions.
How to play concentration. Find matching pairs of cards by flipping them over. Complete the game in the fewest moves and fastest time for the best score. Use spacebar to scan through options. Press return to select. Hold return for 3 seconds to pause the game. In competitive mode, first player to reach 5 points wins. Easy difficulty gives 1 point, medium gives 2 points, hard gives 3 points.
Okay. So, game's pretty easy to play.
Medium.
Okay.
Easy.
Just play easy.
Press space. Tree.
You just
Crown.
match them. Okay.
Corn.
And you're trying to do it in the
Crescent.
least amount of moves possible.
Flower.
Okay.
Ocean.
That's all this game is. Ben
Crescent.
loves these types of games.
Corn.
So,
Crescent. That's a match. Great. Apple. That's a match. Tree. Crown.
where's tree? One tree up here.
Tree.
There you go. We'll just
That's a
play a
match.
game, and I'll show you what it looks
Crown.
like. I don't know if I saw
Flower.
crown.
Flower. That's a match. Clover. Ocean. Clover. That's a match. Great. Corn. Ocean.
Oh wait, that was up here.
Corn. That's a match. Ocean.
Okay, so each level is
That's
a
a
little bit
match.
harder than the next,
Crown.
than the last.
That's a match.
Okay.
Great job.
The one thing I'm going to add to this, if you're using your mouse, I need to add a back button
Instructions.
on the main menu. Okay, 2-player casual. 2 players can play. Okay,
Press space.
so you'll see
Star.
there's a little indicator at the top
Move.
right. Player 2's turn now.
Strawberry. Basketball. Player 1's turn.
It'll tell you player 1's turn. If you're sick of the game, okay. Oh, if you want to select yourself,
Star.
you can just go through the menus and use scan and
Player
select the
2's
same way.
turn.
I forgot to show that in the first one, but again, it has a dead zone. You can scan backwards so that you can go through it. Okay. Same type of principle applies, you know, press enter
Crown.
and go through every single thing. Okay.
Star.
If you hold down the enter
Player
button,
one's
it
turn.
brings up a pause menu and allows you to go back to the main menu. Okay.
Return. Single player.
Competitive
2-player competitive.
walks you through every level. So competitive is
Press spacebar
you go
to
through
begin
easy
scanning.
mode, then you go to hard mode. Sorry, you go to easy mode, then medium mode, then hard mode. Whoever gets the most points, or whoever gets 5 points first wins. So this game is worth 1 point, medium is worth 2 points, hard is worth 3 points. So if you sweep them, you win automatically. Okay. So I play this game with Ben a little bit. We usually play casual, but sometimes we'll play competitive, and he gets
Return to menu.
real competitive.
Return
Okay.
to menu.
And
Press
then
spacebar to start
Last
scanning.
game, which is a very simple game, is
Welcome
tic-tac-toe.
to single
Okay.
player.
The computer will
Your
actually
turn.
try to beat you. The computer is going to try to beat you.
Your turn.
Okay.
Your turn. Your turn.
So the computer will always try to
Game.
beat you.
Play again. Your
I'm
turn.
gonna let the computer win,
Your turn.
but it's gonna try to. It
Exit
will
to hub.
know how to win. Okay. You can play 2 players as
Play
well,
again.
so you
Your
can play against other people too.
Your
Okay.
turn. Your turn.
So it
Game
won.
over.
Pretty
Would you
cool,
like
right?
to
So
Play again.
it's challenging and allows you to play,
Main
use your mind a
menu.
little bit.
Ex-
You
two-
play 2 players,
Your
so you're
turn.
playing against someone
X goes
else.
first. Your turn. Your turn. Your turn. Your game.
Okay.
Exit.
So
to
very
hub.
simple game,
Return to
but
menu.
tic-tac-toe
Press
exists, and you can
spacebar
play
to
that too.
Start scanning.
That is basically it for Ben's software. Okay, this is, like I said, completely accessible
Home menu.
with
Press spacebar to start
just.
scanning.
This is completely accessible with just 2 buttons. Okay, we're going to be building onto this. The tools will get better. The games will get better and more interactive. We'll probably be adding some more settings if people need them. But right now, my mission and our goal, just so everyone is clear about this, while I did build this because there were a lot of people interested in getting software like this because maybe they just didn't have a solution or they wanted to see what Ben could use. And we wanted to put this out there so that way people had an option. But our goal is to show people that you can build your own solutions using AI. All right. That is super important for me to kind of drive home for you guys, is that I don't know a lick of coding. I simply talked to AI, ChatGPT, using a few tools like Visual Studio Code and Copilot to help me build these out. Now, yes, I did have to think about all the little intricacies, but all that stuff is laid out in our developer guide. So if you just go back to our homepage, you can learn how to build this stuff with our developer guide. Okay, and this kind of walks you through how I built this stuff. It doesn't give you all my prompts, but it gives you an idea of how I started. If you go to the foundation, narbefoundation.org, okay, we do have a resources area, okay, that walks you through some stuff, all right? And you also have a guide that I just put out. So there's a guide here that allows you to kind of go through and see what I did for Ben. It's kind of Ben's story and what I've learned, not just about communication, but how to build the games, what AI and stuff I've used. This has a lot of resources. It also has a getting started page that's kind of like Cliff Notes. It kind of walks you through it very simply on how to build stuff and how we build stuff and what we recommend. I will go back and just say this as a disclaimer. Just to reiterate, we are not therapists. We're not clinicians. We don't have certifications or licenses to recommend using this stuff in a medical setting, okay? This is simply something we built, or that I built for my little brother to use. And since we've had a lot of interest online, I put it online and we made a foundation so that way people can learn how to build for their specific use cases. Now, if you get some value or you're able to use the stuff we have built, that's amazing. But just understand, we're not recommending this as like a blanket, this is going to fix your problems, okay? You're going to have to discover and see what you can do yourself. And I hope what we built is powerful enough for you to use yourself, and we're hoping that you can use it. But we're building for Ben, and we're building for people like Ben, okay? And we're trying to make things fun and interactive for Ben and other, like I said, other people like Ben. So our vision moving forward is just keep building for Ben and add to that website and Ben's online hub, even though he has an offline hub that's a little more robust. It has things like, the Discord messenger. It has things like a web search. Some of those things might populate the online version, but it's not our priority right now. Okay, our priority is really just building games and improving the stuff Ben has. The stuff that exists currently on the online hub is for you to play with, is for you to use, is for you to modify for personal use if you'd like to. All right, we have a Discord community. I invite anyone who's interested in building for these reasons to join our Discord community. We're always looking for collaborators and people who want to volunteer their apps and their time to building these types of apps. We are going to be doing some Vibecoding sessions. So long Vibecoding sessions where we're hanging out in Discord and I'm just hanging out making stuff for Ben, and I'll be in there answering questions, hanging out with the community. I don't suspect there's going to be a lot of people in there, but I'm going to make it available so that way I can help people and people from the community can kind of get involved. We are planning to do more feature testing with Ben. So we might be doing another live stream or two in the next coming months that are going to be more about building stuff for Ben and then having Ben test it live on stream, just to show you the iteration process. So we have this process we go through where I build something, I test it with him, I iterate live, just do it immediately, have him test it again. We just go through that process, and then whatever works for Ben, we kind of let stick, and then I make improvements over time slowly. So that process might be something people are interested in, so that way when they are building for their loved one or for people they know or their community, or if you're an SLP or an OT who get a lot of value from this and you want to use these principles, please do. I would love that. If you are interested in like one-on-ones or guidance for, I don't know, your clinic, your practice, whatever, you just want to learn more of this stuff, just reach out to me, reach out to the narbehouse.com. We can work something out where we can do those types of sessions. For now, we're just doing stuff online, showing you what we build, trying to help the community, trying to help anyone out there who is stuck, don't have an option. And we're hoping that what we built in the software that I just showed can make a difference in your life. And if not, we're hoping the idea makes a difference in your life where you will, explore building for yourself. Okay. So that's the idea behind this. I appreciate you guys kind of hanging out and watching all that stuff. I know a handful of people just aren't really interested in the software side. You're more interested in seeing Ben and interacting with Ben. Totally understandable. But we have two aspects to what we do here. One aspect is family stuff, hanging out with family, doing stuff with family. The other aspect is a little bit of outreach and trying to help other people learn how to do this stuff, because we feel like it's important to kind of proliferate these ideas so that way people can build for themselves when it's necessary. So for us, it was necessary, and we're hoping that some of you guys can pull that and use it in your day-to-day lives. It doesn't have to be accessibility apps. Even though we love accessibility apps, it could be any app you want. You can build apps for yourself. All right. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. If I did, if you guys have questions, just leave them in the comments or in the chat. Yeah. Just now? Did you give him a full meal? Yeah. Oh. Okay, guys. Unfortunately, Ben just threw up. So I am going to run upstairs and help Nancy with cleaning him up. I'm going to see if he wants to do a stream. If he still wants to stream, we're going to clean him up. And then if you guys want to just hang out, I'm just going to put it on the looking for signal screen, right? The starting soon screen. And if you guys are still around in a little bit, maybe 15 or 20 minutes, we'll be back. So I'm just going to put it on the screen. And yeah, so I don't know, maybe there's like some videos I can put up. Maybe I can just play a video for you guys while we're waiting. I'll make a little source thing here. Sorry, guys. Well, not sorry, but I apologize. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. So let's do. There you go. I'll do a day in the life video. This is an old video from a year ago. This is a year old now. So if you guys want to watch this video for a little bit, I'm going to go upstairs and help Nancy clean Ben up because he did throw up. So I'm going to do that. So hang tight.
Good morning. It is Monday. It is 10 a.m. I don't know why I'm so nervous to talk to you guys. I'm just doing a day in the life vlog, basically, to show you what it's like being a caregiver for Ben and also just showing you what I do every day other than taking care of Ben. I am here to work out. I'm doing a leg day. If you guys didn't know, other than taking care of Ben, one of my hobbies is doing bodybuilding. I'm actually prepping for a bodybuilding show towards the end of the year, so pretty excited about that. Things that we're doing today, first I'm getting a workout in. I'm gonna go home and show you guys how I get Ben ready. He has a doctor's appointment today at 1. And then after that, we're gonna go to the mall, maybe do some shopping. Definitely gonna go window shopping, which is one of my favorite things to do. And then we'll see where else it takes us. All right, let's go inside the gym and I'll show you how I work out. Leg day was pretty rough. I didn't have the luxury of 3 hours today. I usually work out for 3 hours. I definitely need to get out of the house sometimes. I love caring for Ben, but I definitely need to do some self-care, and for me that is working out a few days a week. Let's go inside. You guys could come on with us to the doctor's appointment. Are you ready to get ready to get in your wheelchair? You want to look pretty? You want to look handsome? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Got some eye boogies in there. You know I don't look. You know I hate eye boogies.
Eye boogies are the devil.
Yeah. No eye boogies for anybody in this house, including Ben.
What about me? Am I allowed?
No, you're not allowed either. So Ben and Ari have the same eyelashes. They
Sorry guys, we'll
have
try to be on
long,
stream in like the next
thick,
15 or 20
beautiful
minutes. We gotta clean Ben
eyelashes,
up. He actually had
and
an
I'm very
accident,
jealous.
so we'll take care of that. He said he still wants to
So they
stream,
tend
so
to get
we'll be back,
long eye
guys.
boogies.
Appreciate your patience.
So I gotta get them out. Putting on some lotion. Keep your skin from getting dry. Here. We got some orange deodorant. We've tried a bunch of different deodorants for Ben, and this brand seems to do the best. It's, I'm probably going to say it wrong, Lumi. It's orange tangerine scent. Smells really good, and it claims that it lasts for 72 hours, but it only lasts about 24 hours for Ben, which is still pretty good. So this is something that we do every day before we get him in the chair and before we get him dressed. We have Ben pick out a shirt. So today's selection, we have the Star Wars shirt. We have scientific evidence proves the universe does revolve around me. Would you like to wear this shirt today? No. Okay, so we're going to pull out another shirt for Ben to choose, or we're going to pick out something else. I know what shirt Ben wants to wear. Do you want to wear, do you know what that is? Do you want to wear your Spider-Man shirt? Good choice. Okay, So Ben's favorite superhero is Spider-Man, if you guys didn't know. Ben, you know why I'm so excited today? We're gonna go to Target. And you know what they have at Target? Starbucks.
All right, Starbucks. Here's a real question though. What does Nancy love more? Coffee or us? Coffee?
Oh no.
Us. or us. No, she loves coffee more, right? Yeah. It's gotta be.
Coffee helps me love you guys more.
Wow.
But like in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
It gives me the energy to love you guys as hard as possible.
She's saying coffee allows her to deal with our shit.
I mean, it definitely helps. Ooh. So Ben gets really tight like this because he's very excited, right? Okay, I'm sorry. So I gotta try to get his hand through the shirt. It can be hard at times when he's really excited. I make the mistake of getting him excited before I put his shirt on. So that's my bad. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get you in the chair. Keep your head up. There you go. You're in. All right, act natural.
I'm acting natural. Acting natural. I'm acting natural. What? We are gonna go to the doctor and to the mall. Pick up pants for me. Maybe check out some more shirts. Maybe Ben will find a new shirt. We'll see. Yeah, so Ben has a little skin tag on his back. So we're gonna see if we can get it removed because sometimes it opens up and bleeds, and we don't want Ben bleeding all the time. So we're gonna see if the dermatologist can freeze it off of him or something. We'll see. It should be painless, but it's to keep it so it's not bleeding, right? You understand? Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's get out of here.
Rush is very sad because you gotta stay home. Get off. You're not a cat. Hey, back up. Up. Get off. Thank you. Dogs. You ready? You're in there.
Ready to take a ride, Ben? Family car ride? Okay, we're at the doctor's office. We are in the parking lot. We got, look at that, VIP parking. VIP parking for this VIP. Are you a VIP, Ben? Do you know what a VIP is? Okay, so VIP, it stands for very important person. So are you a VIP? Yes, I agree.
Did you fart? I did. Don't smile for the camera. They can't see your smile. Bigger smile here real quick. Right, that's enough. Why do you smile so much? Do you know? You don't know why? Is it just because you're a happy dude? Yeah, there's nothing to worry about ever. Is that why? No, nothing to worry about ever? Or yes, because of that? Yes, because of that. Okay.
You have the best attitude.
Then on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy would you say you are on a daily basis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7 at damn. You're pretty happy all the time. 7's pretty good. Would you say you're higher than 7 most of the time? Yeah, but 7 is your average? Yeah. What about today? How do you feel today? Today an 8 out of 10? Or a 7 out of 10? 7 out of 10? 8 out of 10. Today's an 8 out of 10. You're happy as heck today, huh? Good.
Dang, and you're at the doctor's
Yeah.
office.
See, doctors, he doesn't care. He's like, bring it on. You know what? I'm gonna go home and hang out and have a good time anyway, even if my back is hurt from getting a piece of skin ripped off of me. What? Take it easy, right? No problem. Let me take this off. Let me take this off. Okay. Look at that big smile. I'm gonna put this in the back.
Okay. Do you want jeans, Ben? No. Are jeans comfortable to you? No.
You gonna sick it off? No? Promise? You wouldn't lie to me, would you? No, you wouldn't? Yeah, he's looking at me like, nah, I might lie to you.
Ben, are you doing okay? Yeah. Cool. All right, when we get you back in bed, do you want to do CPT? Yeah? Okay. Let's do that. Are you comfortable? Yeah. You're okay with Family Guy right now? Cool. Ben is getting his CPT right now. Going to eat dinner, and I think we're just gonna chill out for the rest of the night. I'm super hungry. Anything on my face? I should have checked before I turned on the camera. Okay, so Ben is still getting his CPT, just had some dinner. I am right now going to message Ben's PCP to get a referral for a podiatrist because Ben has a ingrown toenail that needs to be looked at. We thought dermatology took care of that, but he said the podiatrist takes care of that. So we need a referral from the doc.
Checking the cake. Are you ready for arm splints? You hate them. You do, but you know you need them? Okay, you know. Alright, good. Alright, can you handle 2.5 hours? You can? Yes, you can. Can't you? Aren't you a tough guy? You're a tough guy, right? No? Yeah, you're a tough guy. You can handle 2 hours, 2.5 hours, right? Yeah. You're the toughest guy I've ever seen. Excited for ice cream? Yeah? Can I have a bite? Why not? You're not even going to share a little bit with me? You will? You'll share some with me? Promise? A little bit. I know, you're like, a little bit, right? Is that what you're saying? Just a little? I can't eat the whole thing? Why not? Listen, I'm a hungry guy. I love ice cream too. I can't just have one little bite. What if I had like just half of it? What about all of it? Can I just have all of it? Why? You stronger than me, yes or no? Yeah, you're stronger.
You're a little delusional, but that's okay.
So, wait a minute. Who do you think could beat me in an arm wrestle? You think you could beat me in an arm wrestle? You could beat me in an arm wrestle, huh? All right, we'll have to see. Arm wrestle. Are you ready? Go. Go. Oh my God, you're so strong. You are really strong. So strong. It's a tie right now. I'll get stronger. It's a tie for now. Next time I'll beat you.
All right, Ben. You're going to wear those, and then you're going to get ice cream in a little bit. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
What flavor do you want? Do you want the salted caramel, or do you want the
Chocolate.
cookies and cream chocolate? Cookies and cream chocolate?
Chocolate?
Oh.
Do you want both mixed together? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good combo.
You want to mix them together, both of them? Okay, we can do that. But
yeah.
I get to eat most of one of them. Why? Why?
Do you want to share?
You want to share? You want to share a little bit with me? How many bites can I get? How many bites am I allowed to have? Just one? One bite? 2 bites. I got 2 bites? I have 2 bites. One of each, right? One of chocolate, one of salted caramel. Okay. All right. I'll give you a couple scoops, and then I'll take the whole pint and I'll eat the whole thing for myself. Does that sound good? Why not? We'll just buy you more. It's fine. Yeah, I'm going to do that tonight. That sounds really good. All right, you want to watch this? Can I keep watching this?
Okay. It's time. Time for ice cream? Yeah? Okay, so this is Ben's favorite ice cream. It's so delicious, dairy-free chocolate cookies and cream. Also mixed in salted caramel ice cream in here. Are you ready to take a bite? Yeah? Okay. So we melted it down just a little bit so it's easier for him to swallow. Okay. I like to tilt him back just a little bit also, so it slides down your throat easier. Okay. Open. Ah. Oh, it's cold. Got brain freeze? No, it was just cold. Yeah. Does it taste good mixed in? Chocolate and salted caramel, is that pretty good? Yeah? Okay. You want another bite? Okay. Super cold, huh?
Tell him, Piccolo.
We're watching Dragon Ball Z from the beginning. Ben never watches TV with us, but yeah.
You wanted to watch Dragon Ball Z with us?
He didn't want to be left out. You love Dragon Ball Z, Ben?
You say yeah?
Of course he said yeah.
That proves it. The gizmo's busted. Oh.
It is bedtime for Benny.
Benny bedtime.
Benny bedtime.
All right, sorry guys. Yeah, we had a little bit of an accident, but Ben says he's okay to jump on streams. That's cool. So we will effectively do a stream with Ben, a little stream with Ben. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Stars and Bars, I see you. Welcome in, dude. Ben Williams, welcome in. Dylan. Hey guys, so we're gonna hang out with Ben. If you guys were here earlier, or if you are on YouTube, you can actually go back to earlier in the VOD. You'll see that we did a full overview of Ben's software. So if you were here for that, we made an announcement online, and if you were here for that, that is in the VOD. I will make a separate video with that. I will actually download this VOD and make a separate video for his online software that you can use. It's going to be constantly getting updated. So, but if you're not familiar, it is available online. You can go to our website, narbehouse.com, and you can scroll to the bottom and you can get access to that software. It is free. It is free. I have to sneeze. Let me do that real quick. Excuse me. So yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out and being here. We're going to hang out with Ben. I just got to set up the streaming camera. If you guys didn't know, I have a pretty nifty way of doing a stream. I used to stream fitness on Twitch, and now I'm putting all my energy and focus into our initiatives and the family stuff, the family content. And I still do fitness for those of you who remember me from Twitch on fitness. Stars, I know you're here, and a few other people have joined us. I still work out periodically. I've lost a lot of size because it's just not a priority for me at this point. But yeah, still do fitness, still getting back into training and stuff. But, you know. All right. Gotta set this up real quick. Stars, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, hope everything's good and you're doing okay. I know everything's I haven't been kept in touch with everyone. I apologize. I've been very, very into my own thing ever since what went down before, so just been kind of doing my own stuff. Okay. Recovery's been great this year. Did I see great? Nice, dude. Awesome. I love to hear it. So, Ben Williams, guys who are in YouTube. So we have YouTube and Twitch going on. Pick your platform. A lot of this stuff will be eventually repurposed online, maybe for like shorts and stuff. If you guys are familiar with the shorts we do, we're always putting out new shorts. I'm going to make a couple more probably this week and next week. So you'll see some new shorts. We don't do a ton of long form content aside from the software stuff and maybe sometimes family caregiving stuff. It's hard for us to do the long form stuff. The short form stuff seems to be a little easier since it's already like we just write a script or use some clips. The long form stuff would be more like day in the life, but it's hard for us to keep up with that because it's a lot of like, you know, taking care of Ben, doing the stuff we're doing, plus filming and all that stuff. But maybe in the future we'll be able to do more of that stuff. But hopefully we can do more live streams and we get more people involved with the live streams. We're just doing it once a week right now. If you guys want to come back and hang out with us, you know, more often, maybe we'll do more live streams. But, you know, we're just always interested in trying to make some content and put the message out about what we're building for Ben and our stuff. Okay. Make me feel like I'm not alone. Well done. All you do to care for him. Yeah. You know, I would say I think he would do the same for me, but he's told me many times that he wouldn't, and that's okay. I love my little brother, and I'm happy we're able to do this for him. And I'm hoping people see what we're doing, and they can get, you know, some level of inspiration or ideas, whatever, you know, to do either the same for their loved one or to build some tools for someone they know, or just, you know, come here and feel motivated and want to support us. You know, we're always happy with the support. You know, you guys who subscribe and follow us on all of our different platforms. I mean, we've grown significantly. Our live streams are very, they're very mellow. You know, there's not a ton of chatting. It's usually the people who come around who are like, you know, friends who've been around from the beginning, or maybe you're just really into our family story, and we appreciate you guys being here, and all the people who come through, you know, and the super chats and the donations and all the things. We appreciate everything. Yeah, our whole thing is just trying to build. I don't know what we're building, honestly. I think it's more about like pushing and making sure that, you know, Ben has some interaction and we're able to show what we're able to do with Ben to give people some motivation and inspiration. And then our foundation, you know, the narbefoundation.org, it's really to get people to, you know, join our community, help us build our operation. Our operational costs are pretty low. So, you know, we have a goal to reach $10,000, whether we reach it or not. I mean, our expenses are pretty low. And when we get more funding, it's just going to go toward things like getting hardware for people, the switches, maybe even like a way for someone, either myself or someone else from the community, to maybe help someone by being there locally with them, like paying for their travel or something. All that stuff is in the works, and it's all board driven. So, but yeah, it's not to line our pockets or anything like that. We're just trying to, you know, pay it forward and hopefully help some more families. So anyway, all right, we're live. Let's go say hi to Ben. All right. Hello. You guys see my boogers? All right, let's go upstairs and say hi to Ben. So I got Chad upstairs. Ben was all dressed and cleaned up, and then he decided to spew. So he's laughing. What are you typing? Here's Ben, everybody. Nancy's here too.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so Ben got a new keyboard. Ben is using the new keyboard I built that everyone has access to. I think you need a V, dude. I think you're missing a V. He doesn't have his glasses on.
Want your glasses?
Hold down the red button to get out of it. Hold it down. Oh, you don't have your pillow set up properly.
Predictive text.
There you go. I think Ben wanted to say hi to everybody. Go for it, dude. You have an E in there. You have high E. I know you don't have your glasses on. Nancy's going to put them on for you. Here. That way you could see. I can't see anything without my glasses. Yeah, so, hey, Ben, is it okay if I tell everyone what happens like once a month with you? With what's going on with you? Is that okay? You tell me yes or no. Yes, okay. So, for those of you who are unaware, Ben has a condition called TUB4A, related leukodystrophy. It's progressive, and
Controls.
at least in the last few years, Ben has had periods of just random bouts of throwing up. It's just what he does. We call him pukey. It's like once a month. It's on a timer. We didn't expect it to happen today. Actually, he was all dressed. Nancy got him dressed for the stream, and then, you know, he did one of his classics and did that. So it's no big deal. We clean him up. That's why we had to cut to video. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and kind of just bearing with us. Yeah, but
A, B, C, D, E, F.
that is what it's that's life with leukodystrophy. So, but he's doing okay right now, right? Yeah, you don't have to click. Sorry. Yeah, he's saying yes with his head. So you need a V. So you have high E. So you just need a V. I'll bring it closer to you so you can see it a little better. So for those of you who are interested in the tech, so right now we just got him a new Surface, so that way it plays his games a little bit better. We're using his other Surface for testing for the software we make. And we're gonna be doing some stuff with it, but this is a Surface 11 Pro, and it works really well for the software and the web software I made. So if anyone's interested in like using this stuff, that's what it is.
GHIJKL.
Oh, something happened to your screen. I don't know if you noticed. Can you go to V? Yeah, click. Turn your head to the bathroom. There you go.
MNOPQR. M.
Uh-oh.
N.
Hold this down. I'll help you out. I think it's because your thing isn't up, right?
MNOPQR.
So for Ben to click, he needs his pillows up a certain level. So he can...
STUVWX.
There you go.
S.
Someone said, I gotta go, Ben. Keep smiling. We all love you. And we'll support you. XXXX. Abby said, I love that you asked Ben's permission to tell more about his story. Oh, Nancy's blocking it, so I can't read it now.
Oh.
She just stood in the way. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's so important. Thank you for all you do and how you... I love you guys. Oh, thank you for being here, Abby. Yeah, that's... So for a long time, you know, and like, I don't want to talk negatively about my family or anything like that. It's just been Ben. That's how Ben has been. It's just like, you know, just talking for him, talking over him. And even right now, me speaking to the camera about Ben and what we're doing, like, it's a way for me to convey the message to you guys. I know Ben right now is okay with me doing that, but a lot of times it's like, I need to make sure Ben is a 30-year-old guy, he's a 29-year-old guy. Like Ben, he's a man, you know, like he needs that and he's not used to it. And it's like, we're trying to get him more,
agency.
Give him more agency and understand. We want him to understand he has that. So everything we do here is like, Ben has choices all the time. Like we give him suggestions and, you know, sometimes he says, I don't want to do that anyway, but you know, he has all the agency he needs for, you know, living his life. There you go. You got it.
And this is new for all of us, is having conversations, back and forth conversations with Ben. He's only been typing out sentences to us and to you guys for less than a year.
Yeah. It's been less than a year. It's going to be coming up on, not even coming up, it'll probably be a year next February or March. This is the first time Ben's had something like this. And it's extremely powerful. And every day, I'm going to say this. Every day that we wake up and we see Ben doing something different or new, or the fact he has this and wants to use it all the time, it makes me emotional because he has not had this 10 years or more. And yeah, to me, it's just like, we're so happy we could do this for him. And it just sparked this whole initiative in us for our foundation, for the stuff we're doing online, to just give it out and hopefully other people can use it too. Because we think that there's a lot of other people who are in the same position we were in. You know, Ben wasn't doing anything. You know, how do you lose a lot of motivation? But now it's like things are changing. It's amazing. Like he just played a game of concentration, that game I showed you guys earlier, with my dad. He's never played a game of concentration, or he hasn't played a game of concentration with my dad in probably over 20 years. But he did it today, and he was so excited. I wish we filmed it. My dad and him played. He beat the shit out of my dad, by the way. He did.
Well, we have the security.
We have the security camera.
It won't be the greatest footage, but yeah.
Margot.
Oh, sorry. I made you click that. Just hold down the blue button. Actually, hold on. Sorry. Dang it. There you go. Now hold down the red button. No, sorry, the blue button. The blue button. Click the red button.
Even.
Hold down the blue button. Hold it down. There you go. It's having a hard time right now.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, Ben's not feeling his best today.
Everybody.
That one works too. You don't want that one? All right, so go to the next one. All right, you want to say it? Hold it down.
Controls.
Now you got to hold it down, remember? This is a little different. He's actually getting used to his new one. He picked a different highlight color too.
Hi, everybody.
Very good.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Ben. That's from The Simpsons, if you didn't know. Do you want to tell everyone how you're feeling right now? I don't know if anyone asked you a question. If anyone wants to ask me a question. Dad said something. Feeling better? I hope so. Just glad you didn't puke when I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, you missed it by an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I just finished doing the overview for his new software, and I was about to come upstairs, and then Nancy comes down and goes, "Hey, I just let you know, Ben just puked." I'm like, dang it. I was like, all right, let me come upstairs and help you clean him up. So, you feeling a little better right now? Yeah.
That's good.
Hey, why don't you do this?
Everybody.
Tell me with this. How do you clear this, and then tell me yes with this? Hey, oh, let me ask this question. Do you like this highlight color, the red, or do you want to bring it back to yellow? Do you want it to be yellow? Yes? Okay.
So we're gonna help you with that.
All right, so I'm gonna do that.
Ari will show.
Yeah, so his is a little different. His is not as up to date as the one that's online.
Light.
Oh, that's not
Dark.
Click the wrong one.
Purple. Red. Default.
So we want highlight to be
Yellow.
yellow. There you go.
Settings
Now it's back
closed.
to normal. Maybe that's better for you. Is that better? Yes. Okay.
Hi everybody.
All right. Hello. All right. Why don't you clear it? Show everyone how you clear it, and then how you say
Predictive
yes
text.
and no.
Yes.
Abby says, "Hi Ben. So glad you feel better." Yeah. So after he pukes, usually he's a little bit
You.
slower, a little lethargic. So
Hi.
it may take him an extra few seconds to type stuff out.
Oh, we gotta read this.
Oh, okay.
I think that'd be nice later.
Okay. We'll do it after he says it. How do you get out of that row? If you're stuck in a row, how do you get out?
Predictive
There you
text.
go. Now, how do you go down a row? No, he's
Yes.
today is he's having a hard time. I can tell. Hey, hold it down again. You got to clear it first. I know you want to say yes, but
Predictive
okay.
text.
Now go down. Yep. Clear the row first.
Controls.
There you go.
Space. Exit. Settings. Clear.
Very good. All right. So,
Nice.
are you feeling good right now?
You can
So,
be honest.
so he's been using this keyboard for maybe just over 2 weeks. So it's a little
Yes.
different
No.
from his
Help.
previous keyboard. His predictive text used to be
You.
at the bottom, and I made that for a reason, so that way he could quickly click his spacebar button to get to the top to
Yes.
say it. But we both agreed that maybe it would be better here, and now he just has to hold down his blue button to get up to the to speak it. So remember, look at the bathroom. That way you don't have to look at it.
Yes.
There you go. Good. Feeling better. Good.
Good.
So, yeah. So thanks guys for being here. Do you want to show your, what haven't we shown yet?
Yes.
People saw his new communication device. How about we read the card? So let's do that right now. So Ben, Nancy's going
Yes.
to read something to you.
And then
You read this to him already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was nice.
Okay.
Somebody.
So just let you guys know, we have a
Yes.
PO box, and people have asked us where they can send stuff to Ben, and I think this is the first thing we've received. No, we've gotten something else that helped us out for buttons. Someone from our community sent us some buttons to test out for Ben, and this is the second thing we've received from our PO box, which is really sweet. And Nancy's gonna tell you what's up.
Remember
Yes.
getting this card yesterday? That we read it? Yeah. I wanted to show everybody.
Yes.
So this is the card. It's from one of our friends online. Her name is Barb. Dear Ben, just thought you could use a little extra sunshine today. Get well soon. I think this was probably a time where he wasn't feeling good, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, from your friend Barb. Isn't that nice? Well, I forgot to read the front, but it says, okay, sunbeams into this envelope. That's it, right this way. Now do your stuff. And it has Snoopy. I don't know what the bird is called. The bird must have a name. Snoopy and the bird friend. Isn't that nice getting that? Yeah. So if you guys would like to send
Yes.
anything to Ben, yeah, you could go to narbehouse.com and we have our PO box
Yeah.
on the website.
Ben loves getting stuff.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's really nice of you guys. Thank you for doing that. What did you think, Ben?
Predictive text.
What do you think of that? I'll help you out. That ain't clear. I know you're having a hard day today. What did you think of that? Stretch your brain muscle. So I don't know if you guys see, he's putting his hand out right now. Whenever he does that, he goes, that means, I don't know. You could
Is that what
type
you
it.
did?
You could type
Controls.
it. I know you love saying that. You can show people how you say that. That's fine. Oh, you want to say that? You can say that.
Space.
So, just so you guys know, Ben, when he thinks of, can I talk about how you mouth words? Is that okay to tell people about that? Yeah. Okay. So, when Ben is thinking of something to say, you can tell he's trying to mouth it. So he just did the L sound. He can slightly put it. He can't really do it on command too often, but when he's thinking about something he wants to do, it's like a.
He's sounding it out.
Yeah, it's almost like he's sounding it out like a knee-jerk reaction. And some people say, well, why couldn't he use that for like an input, or why can't he speak and stuff? His condition makes it very hard for him to use his vocal cords and to actually produce sounds and articulate or move his tongue in a certain way and his mouth in a certain way to make those sounds properly. As he grew up, he kind of lost that ability, but he can still, you can kind of still see when he uses his mouth to mouth words. So I can tell right now he's trying to say the L word. So he's trying to say something like, and you tell me if I'm right, I like it. Yeah, I figured. So
Space.
I can kind of tell when Ben wants to say something. So we're just trying to get him to use the keyboard a little bit more. He does have basic phrases on his software in the phrase board. He just doesn't use it that often. He would rather use the keyboard, from what I know.
He has used it recently when he's in his wheelchair for a long period of time. He goes to his phrase board. He says, I want to get back in bed. So he does use it.
Do you want to say I like it? You want to practice it real quick? Just hold down the red button. Hold it down. Get out of it. Yep. Hold it down. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. So it's a little different right now. So if you hold down the red button, listen carefully.
Yes.
Okay, let it go.
No. Help. Good. You.
Okay, so you hear I, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now go to I. Remember, look at the bathroom. You don't have to look at the screen. You can hear it, remember? You can know when it goes to I because you can hear it. He like wants to look at it all the time. So like, no, I have to look at it.
No.
All right, you can go down to it. You don't have to hold it.
Yes. You. I.
There you go. Some days are really good. Some days are harder. Okay, so you put I. So let's see what else pops up in here. So like is not in there yet. So how do you spell like? So go ahead, start spelling like. It should pop up in predictive text with the first letter. So go for it. So go down to the first letter on like.
Now lift up your head.
Controls.
It's having a hard time.
Clicking, yeah.
Yep, sorry.
Predictive text. Controls.
Anthony's here. Hi, Anthony.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
Good morning, Anthony.
G, H, I, J, K, L. G.
I think him spewing made him a little out of it.
L.
Wasted all your energy on concentration with Dad today. Okay. All right. Like is in predictive text now. So now hold down for predictive text, right? Well, you can do that, or you can. How do you get to predictive text fast? Yeah, there you go.
Love. Like. Look. Left. Live.
Okay. Do you want to click that one, or do you want to select predictive text? There you go.
Love.
Turn your head all the way. Yep.
Like.
I like. All right. Now let's see if it pops up in predictive text. All right. Now, how do you listen to predictive text? So if you know something's in there, because I know it's hard for you to read it. So how do you listen to know what's in predictive text? You can do that too. Yep. So how do you go through them all to listen to them? Hey. There you go. All right, now how do you say it?
I like it.
Very good. Want to say it 3 times? If he says it 3 times, it saves it.
I like it.
I think I'm going to give him the other keyboard pretty soon.
I like it.
Because I think it's a little better. I think it predicts faster. I think you're right about that. Predictions do take a little bit to load. So just so you guys know, this is a little technical.
Predictive
Ben
text.
has a hybrid keyboard that I don't have online.
Controls.
The hybrid keyboard actually has more words, and we thought it would be better for him because it'll predict a lot of stuff. Now, the one online predicts a lot of stuff too. It's pretty good. But if it doesn't have something, it'll save it. His will save stuff that it doesn't have to. But
Settings.
I'm thinking about giving him the one from online because it actually predicts a little bit faster. The predictions it gets from online just take a minute to load because there's so many of them, and it actually has to go online to pull them. The one I made that's on the website right now, it's all local, so everything pulls immediately from one file. You can exit. Yeah, I know you're sick of it.
Okay. So he's kind of tired.
Yeah. Let's see. You have work off today? Very nice. I love to see you work this, Ben. You have so much better than this last time we've seen you all. Yeah, man, it's crazy. When he's feeling up to it today, it's funny. And it's not that it's funny, but it's interesting. The last time you guys saw him, he was kind of out of it. Today he's a little out. He was doing really well this morning. He spent a lot of energy playing concentration with my dad, which he destroyed my father playing concentration, and I know he was so excited. It made him probably too excited. Don't click that button. That's emergency. Don't click it. Thank you. What are you going to do now?
Entertainment.
Want to show people what you want to do? You pick. Your choice. It's your software. It's your show. You pick what you want to do.
Entertainment menu.
So yeah, Ben has been doing great. His software keeps getting better and better. You know, we're trying to make more stuff for the website, but also that stuff is driven by what Ben wants to do. So there's a lot of stuff on our new software hub. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you can go check it out on our website. It's at the bottom of our website, narbehouse.com. It's free. It has a lot of stuff Ben has in his software, minus a few things. It doesn't have some games, and it doesn't have a few of his other elements like a messenger app or the web search feature. But it does have fully integrated phrase boards, fully integrated media board where you can upload YouTube videos, and it has a board. Someone like Ben, who may have 1 or 2 button access, can use the whole thing. A keyboard, a phrase board, a media board where you can watch videos, and 4 games that are on there now. So I'm going to keep uploading that and making more stuff, and as I make stuff, it'll be driven by what Ben wants. So if he wants an updated baseball game, which he expressed to me yesterday, was it yesterday or this morning?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, he expressed that he wanted his baseball game to be updated. So he has a pretty good baseball game that he loves playing, but I want to update it, and put maybe some more graphics in there, make it a little more interactive, a little more fun. And yeah. Oh, you're going to watch a video? You're not even going to hang out? You're not going to show him a game you want to play? Let me ask you this question real quick. Yes or no?
Rugrats.
I'm going to move this. You don't have to click it. Hold on. Are you pretty tired and you just want to veg out and watch a show? Yes. Do you want to say bye to everyone? Are you good with streaming? Are you done with streaming? Yes. Okay. That's okay. It's like last week. You just want to watch Rugrats? Okay. That's fine. Do you want us to take your glasses off? Yes. Okay. All right. So Ben is going to do his classic. I'm out of here, guys. Screw you guys. I'm watching Rugrats. Oops. So just like his player here, the Windows player I have has also very similar feature where it has a player function at the bottom where someone can actually change the stuff on there. All right, fix these glasses. All right, so we'll hang out in the living room for a little bit with you guys. We'll leave Ben to it. On the resources page, it's going to be under so on the NARBE Foundation, so there's 2 websites. One is narbehouse.com, and it's going to be it's going to be at the very bottom. It's actually a product, so that way I can collect emails. It's a free product, but it allows me to collect emails. And then there is a product under, you want me to hey, sorry, one sec, guys. You want me to shut the light off, Ben? You want the light off?
Good idea, Tommy.
Hey, listen to me. Do you want the light off? Yes, okay.
I'm sure you.
Oh, you paused it. That's your fault. I'm out of here. Yeah, so there's two websites. You can access it from the narbehouse.com or narbefoundation.org. Both of them exist. If you go to narbehouse.github.io, you can actually get the developer guide for how we build Ben's games. Anthony, you might find that interesting. I don't know. But it's basically just a way for you to understand, or for people to understand, how the games are built and what inputs to build for. That's really why I did it.
In here! You squealed! Sister, it's Bostwick! I found him! Oh, Bostwick, are you all right? See how he found his way right to the judge's
All right.
room? Obviously, he was
Fix his glasses.
dragon. Obviously.
So,
Bostwick, you'll have such fun.
yeah, so Ben, you know, he has his good days and his bad days, like anyone. And yeah, today just happens to be, I would say, a moderate day.
Corner cup, mister. I'm looking for information. Yeah, well, I didn't see nothing. George Washington seemed to think different. First,
Hi, I'm new. Well, welcome in.
I don't know
Thank you for being here. So we just did a video. If you're watching on YouTube, YouTube actually has the rewind button, so you can actually rewind this video to see what we've done. And I did a complete overview of Ben's his adaptive software that I made online. It's basically a web app. It takes most of Ben's features and just shows that it can be independently accessed by someone with just one or two switches. And I built it basically not to compete with any other software, because honestly, like, all this software is valid. If it works for you, great, right? Ours was to show that you could build stuff on your own. You can build some powerful stuff on your own. So we live in America, yes. We live in the United States. That is correct.
On the East Coast.
Yep.
So we are trying to stream.
Do you have a mic?
No.
Where's his? Oh, it's on. You guys are listening to Rugrats. Well, that would help if you didn't have to listen to Rugrats. Here you go. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so we try to stream every Thursday at 10 a.m. our time on the East Coast.
Yeah. So we stream 10 a.m. on Thursdays, and yeah.
We try. If there's no doctor's appointments, or, you know, long as Ben's feeling good and stuff, we will try to stream on Thursdays.
Right.
Trying to fix his...
Yeah, I forget how I did this. I think I twisted it like this. I believe this is correct.
Yeah, we put bands on Ben's glasses.
Yeah, these are Nancy's hair.
My hair ties.
Her hair ties, yeah. I'm not very good at what's it called? Topography. You talk.
Is that the not thing?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
No.
I'm okay. So to actually do like a, there we go. I got it. Yeah, basically to like do an interlocking like hook for this.
You just mess around with it till you get it right.
Yeah, that's basically what I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically these are for Ben. So we couldn't find a really good elastic for him, so I was like, well, I'll just loop some of Nancy's countless hair ties together, and I'll make it the length it needs to be. And actually, 3 of them work perfectly, and it's more comfortable for him. So that's how it
works. We make things work around here.
Australia recently lost 2-1 in soccer football. The match was crazy because both teams started fighting. You know, we don't watch a lot of sports, or we're not really into sports in this house at all.
Yeah, like Ben used to watch baseball and football.
Yeah.
But he does not enjoy it now. He is a fan of the New England Patriots, but he doesn't want to watch football.
Yeah. He's just not into it anymore. He used to be.
I think when what's his name was
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, but since he's not playing anymore, he's not very interested.
Yeah.
But soccer/football.
Yeah. So should we talk about a few of the things we're going to be doing pretty soon?
I don't know exactly what we're talking about pretty soon. We have 100 things that we want to do, and then this guy keeps adding on to it, and I don't know what's going to come first. So, okay, we have a couple of videos coming out from our family.
Yeah, just family videos
Like
on
cute-
NARBE House. Yep.
You know, snippets of our daily life.
Yep.
So
we're gonna be doing one with a little funny video we're gonna be working on today.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna work on that one today.
So yeah, in the next day or two, you'll see a new short, YouTube short. It's going to be, it's not giving anything away, really. It's basically you embarrassing Ben. And I think that's relatable for a lot of people with family members, you know, like your mom or your dad or your brother or sister embarrassing you in public. So we have a short coming out about that. So
and then we have a really a fun one at the zoo. We have a zoo short coming out. So we went to the zoo recently, a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna make a short about that.
And we had a really cool encounter at the zoo.
Yeah,
so we'll show that
too. That was cool. Yeah, that was fun.
It was very cool.
No spoilers. And then we have I'm gonna be taking the video. I'm gonna be taking the let me fix the focus here so I can use this later. Good enough. So I'm going to be taking the video I made for the stream, which is essentially the overview for the web app that I made for Ben's software. Basically taking that web app video and turning it into a long form video for our YouTube. And it's just going to be an overview video on how you can access his app, what the app does. Essentially, I'm cutting up the video that I just made today and just turning it into a long form video for the YouTube because I think it'll be valuable for people. And then we're also going to be working on a couple more things. So Ben is getting his baseball game updated to the web app, and Ben will get access to the new game. He always gets access to the game. So, for example, he doesn't have the tic-tac-toe game. I'm going to be putting that one on there because his tic-tac-toe game is kind of like, it's randomized, it's easy to win. I'm going to make it a little more challenging. He doesn't play it ever really anymore. He used to play it, but I'm going to upload that one. He doesn't use the concentration game that's online because the concentration game he uses, it uses the characters and the voiceovers from the characters. That's not something I can put on GitHub because of copyright reasons, but for personal use, Ben uses that. You guys have seen that game. We put out some shorts about it, and he's played it on stream before. But the baseball game is going to be something that's going to be really interesting because, again, I'm going to be turning that into something that's a little bit more fun to play. Again, it's all scan and select, just like Ben uses on his computer currently. And I'm just going to make it something that has a little more animations, a little more visual feedback, and less of like just a simulator and more of something that he can play and actually have fun doing. So I'm going to try to make that really cool. Mini golf game that's going to be better. And then we're also going to be basing a new game, 2 games. One game is going to be a bowling game. That's something he requested. So we're going to be working on a bowling game for him. Again, only 2 button inputs, potentially 1 button, 2 button inputs for a bowling game. And then the other one, which I have talked about previously, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago on stream, or sorry, not on stream, on a short, an adventure game. So I initially started an adventure game that has its own like game editor, but the more I was doing it, the more I realized Ben might not be into it as much. So I kind of put it on the back burner to rethink it a bit. And when my brother came here recently, we were talking a lot about how to build a game for Ben that can be accessible with just 2 buttons. That's really fun to play. So we started thinking about a game that is similar to how his mini golf game works. So the idea is he plays a character, and the character can move 5 spaces at a time in any direction as long as there's not something in the way. And it can interact when it gets in a proximity of other things, whether it's a door or it's another character or it's an object, hazard, whatever. It'll be proximity based. So when he accesses or when he gets close to something, it'll give him a context menu that he can scan through to give him options to do things. So for example, this game that can open up a variety of different things. So he walks around a map, he finds objects, the objects go into an inventory. When he interacts with something, it'll ask him, hey, do you want to use an item on this object? It'll give him the option to scan and select those items and those objects, all just using 2 buttons. So the idea is, just like his Peggle game and just like his mini golf game, for him to aim himself to walk in a certain direction, there'll be a little aimer that he presses 1 button to go through. If he presses it once and holds it down, it'll go one way. If he lets it go and presses again, it'll go the other way, just like his Peggle game. So if you play his Peggle game, that's how that works. It's the way his mini golf game works too. So that way he can aim where his guy goes to interact and talk to things and go to things. He can pick up items. As he gets in proximity of certain things, it'll automatically give him the context menu to do something in those interactions. So we can make a whole game with that, with different map layouts, different hazards, different people he interacts with. Very simple and very easy to navigate. It'll take a while to build. So it's not something that's like on my radar right now to do like tomorrow, but maybe like in the winter, like later in the winter, that might be a project we do once we get his other games moved over, right? I was thinking of, what is that word I'm thinking of? Converted. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word converted. I don't know why. I'm trying to convert his Python games into HTML, JavaScript, HTML5 games. So essentially, using Claude to take Python games I built a while ago, it is way better now. The Python games I built with ChatGPT are like nothing compared to what I could build with Claude now and using like HTML5. So I literally take those games I built in Python and I move them over to a web-based game. That way they can live online for you guys to play and people all around the world to play and use. And also Ben gets to use it. So it's always Ben first, obviously. We build games for Ben, and then I release them online for other people to play. And that's what our NARBE Foundation stuff is all about. We want other people and other community members to join in and build some games, not just for Ben, but for whoever, and just say, this is an accessible game I made. Hopefully it can be useful for the community, and then other people can access it too. And we'll put it on our website and give credit to people and make sure that, you know, other people can use these types of games and tools too. So yeah, that's our big plan and that's our big mission. And it's very simple, very rudimentary. And with that, because I see our Odyssey here and Anthony's here, so I just want to mention this. There's not a lot of people who are watching us right now on Twitch or YouTube that I'm familiar with. I don't know if there's a lot of people watching us, but I just want to let you guys know that the community is growing, and we do have friends and people who run other nonprofits, namely like our Odyssey. They have a nonprofit, and from that nonprofit, there's a tool that Anthony has built called Overjoyed. And every other Saturday, it hasn't been a few Saturdays now because we were busy, but every other Saturday we go on the Our Odyssey Twitch, and we might be streaming some of it in our page too. We just do a little bit of a tech powwow. We hang out and we test out the Overjoyed app, which is essentially, it converts your mouse inputs to a controller. So you can play games with just mouse inputs. It basically takes it, converts it into this really cool system that you can remap all the buttons, all the directions, all the stuff to play your favorite console games that you might not be able to play if you don't have access to play it with a controller, because maybe you don't have use of both your hands to do certain things. The mouse allows you to do a lot more. So Anthony developed this app, this software. It's only $5 on the Microsoft store. And yeah, honestly, it's pretty powerful. It's awesome. I'm terrible with it. He walks me through it. I basically am there to break stuff and kind of just like, you know, be the dum-dum who's messing around. But it's such a cool software and such a cool app. It's only $5. And that's the type of stuff we're getting behind. And that's the type of stuff we're trying to promote on our site. In fact, that's going to be one of the resources. I don't know if I told you that, Anthony, but we're listing that as one of our low-cost solutions for our site. So as people join our site, as we list more resources on our nonprofit site, we're going to be adding more tools, and it's going to be community tools that's out there that you can pay for, all that type of stuff, things that we believe in, because we think that everyone should have access. I break everything. Yes, I do. I break a lot of stuff. Just for you, dude.
Answering the question about the glasses, it does help Ben's vision. He is super nearsighted, and he does require glasses to see, but he does not like wearing the glasses. He doesn't like, he just doesn't like the look of glasses on himself.
I think it's twofold. I think they're uncomfortable for him a little bit. And I think that since he is not really used to wearing them, it's not very...
It's almost like the vision is too much for his eyes.
It's too focused for him. So it's like disorientating. Maybe it makes him a little nauseous or something. But yeah, so he wears his glasses in the morning. We have him wear them. We ask him all the time, you want your glasses? He usually says yes in the morning, or when he's doing something specific on his tablet, like typing. It's easier for him to see the letters when he's typing.
But not for long periods of time.
Yeah, not for long periods. When he's watching a show, he doesn't really care to see all the details of the characters and stuff. He's mostly there like to watch it for the
He'd rather
story.
hear it.
Yeah. Is that true, Ben? Yeah, he's paying attention to us, but he's watching. He's deep into Rugrats land. Yeah.
Did we miss something before? But good morning, Jade.
Jade, welcome in.
We're doing
Louise,
well. Ben was feeling good this morning. He's tired. Yeah. He got a little sick earlier.
So with Ben's condition, just to explain that a little bit more, he gave me permission to talk a little bit about it today. So Ben's condition is pretty rare, and it does affect a lot of different things in his body. Things like respiration and swallowing and all that stuff. Slowly, it just kind of it gets worse over time. He has good days and bad days. Luckily, knock on wood, he's been having a lot of really good days. And good. What does a good day look for Ben? Usually, it's a decent amount of energy to use his tablet to play games, to type to us, and to basically explore. And then enough energy to get in his chair and hang out with us and like go out and do things. So maybe go to the park or go for a walk or go to the store. It's really dependent on how Ben feels. Because if he's not up to it, usually we have to take trips. Like we're going out, for example, we have to take trips separately. So Nancy will go do something or I'll go do something and run errands. So that way we can stay here. One of us can stay here with Ben. But if we can and Ben's feeling up to it, we usually go out together and do stuff together. You know, go to the store, go to the mall, go to the park, like I was saying. Usually a good day is, you know, he wakes up. We ask him, hey, how you feeling this morning? I call it the head test. I say, all right, look around. Show me how fast you move your head. If he can move his head really fast back and forth, I go, okay, it's going to be a good day. If he's more lethargic and it's like slower for him to move his head, I know it's going to be a so-so day. And if he's really out of it, he won't move his head much. And that is just the nature of this condition. And luckily, like I was saying, he's been having higher energy days lately. Today started off really good. He's a little bit lower energy today, but it's not horrible. It seems like he could still navigate his software pretty well. A lot of days he just wants to hang out, watch some TV, play some games, you know, chat with us periodically, check his messages. It's really, you know, it's hit or miss. So we just kind of play it by day, you know?
Right. Yeah. That's all we can do.
Yep.
It's really cool how you guys make this stuff for Ben to talk to you guys, play games by himself, and watch movies that he likes. Yeah, it's like we were saying earlier during the stream, he's only had this much, well, he's had independence before, but he hasn't had independence like this in such a long time. When he first moved in with us 3 years ago, he had a tablet, just like the setup in his room, but we would ask him every day what he wanted to watch. And we would always ask him throughout the day, do you want your channel changed? Can I give you anything else?
It's cut off. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's wrong.
All right, I got to update it, but it's a pin post also.
Okay.
So.
Is that the right post? Sorry, guys, I was looking at something.
But yeah.
There you go. That's the actual site. So the auto, the Nightbot auto thing is cut off. So
okay, yeah, I'll fix that. Yeah, it's on the pin thing too, which is fine.
So someone asked, Louise asked, could you adapt games which already exist for Ben, like EA Sports? Also, does Ben like audiobooks? Have you looked at getting books for Ben through the Library of Congress through the BART? So Ben is not super into books. He has one audiobook that he has access to that he has listened to maybe twice the entire time he's had his app. He is just not really into it.
He's more into the entertainment stuff, like watching TV shows and movies. Yep. He loves Lord of the Rings.
He likes music too, so listen to music.
Yeah, he'll listen to music. He doesn't have the greatest vision, and I think we mentioned earlier, he doesn't like to wear his glasses for very long. So books is not really something that he's into. Right. The games, Ben can't play games that are reaction based because of his condition. So we need to stick to games that are like puzzle based or something that doesn't require reaction time. Mm-hmm. So a lot of games, traditional video games, is not really an option, right. Unless we could get
So
what games could he play?
Yeah, so just to expand on that a little bit. So
yeah.
we could, and I've been looking into this because, I was talking to Anthony from Our Odyssey a little bit about this, but this is something that I've been exploring, and it does work, and it is possible. But it's going to be only for a few select games, and because Ben is low vision, he needs text-to-speech. A lot of these games don't have text-to-speech on the items you're selecting. So that's another challenge, is having Ben understand what he's selecting, because everything he needs is text-to-speech. So that's why his baseball game is like, it's scan and select based, and it's basically just kind of picking it. It's like a pick and choose your own, it's turn-based kind of scan and select stuff for him. So, like, for example, the best type of game I can think of adapting would be like Pokemon, right? Where he can get into battles and then choose like what to use in the battle, right? The battle will animate, and then he scans and selects to different like objects, items, and abilities, right? Like telling his Pokemon like use tackle, or use lightning bolt Pikachu, right? The issue is, again, it's hard for him to see those things on the screen, so it's hard for him to know like what he's clicking. Even with his glasses on, it's hard for him to see it. So text-to-speech is really crucial these days. But the other thing too is like the way it would be designed, just to go a little technical, is it would go over the game. A little player bar would go over the game that would essentially be his controller. And how it would work is you'd have a scan and select for two sides. It would be three sides, right? It would be scan to your directions, scan to your pause and select button, scan to your A and B, or your 4-button controls on this side. We'll just say A and B. So what he would do is essentially it would always go back to that root scan and select thing, start with directions. If he's in a map, he can scan to a direction, press and hold it, and move in that direction. If he wanted to stop holding it, it would let it go, it would stop him moving, and then he would have to hit it again and then scan in a different direction. So he would click his enter button to go into the directions. He would then click his scan button to see where he wants to go. Let's say he wants to move right. He would then go to the right button and then hold down enter to move right. It's kind of a lot of work for him to explore a world in that way. So that's kind of the tiring part about it. For the battles, when he gets into a battle, it would be one of those things where he would just get the option to scan to the same thing. He'd scan to where he wants to go. He would click A or B, and then he would go down the list using that visual kind of controller. It is just a lot of work to do very little actions on a screen. So it's a great idea, right? But in practice, it would be very difficult and very like cumbersome and kind of tedious to use. I could see him getting very tired playing a game like that. So the idea for us is to, instead of adapting other games, it would be to build our own games that are super simple to use, that are fun, that anyone can play using just 1 or 2 buttons. If we can get more people behind that and make the controls even easier instead of adapting everything, we would have way better games, And I'm going to keep building them. I'm going to keep making more games like that, and they're going to keep getting better, especially as AI gets better, because I'm literally just going to keep building. So he already has a Peggle game that's independently playable, right? He already has his other games, like a baseball game and a mini golf game, that are independently playable. He can access them, he can exit them, he can change settings in them all by himself just using 2 buttons. There's not a lot of games that I know that are that interactive that can do this type of stuff. And again, I'm going to keep building them. As long as the tech exists and as long as Ben needs games and wants more games, I'm going to build them, okay? And yeah, we don't know where this is going to go, but that's our mission, is just keep building tools and games for Ben and make sure other people understand that they exist and that we can keep making them. I know everyone says, oh, well, it sucks he can't play GTA, or like he can't play his favorite sports game, but let's rethink it a little bit. Let's say, why can't we just make some really fun games for him and make the controls just super easy for anyone to play? Literally anyone can play it, right? 1 or 2 buttons to get access to a pretty fun game. I
think that's great. The power of AI now is that caregivers can customize games for their loved one.
Mm-hmm.
And so you already know that it's going to be playable completely.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be an expert on coding.
No,
you can
just talk through it.
Talk to an LLM and say, I need this game. Here are the rules. These are the buttons, are the access points that this person has. And I mean, obviously you got to do a lot of trial and error and make sure it works properly and takes a little while, but you know, the product is like invaluable to that person.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I mean, you see Ben all the time lighting up every time he plays a game that's custom made for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
Yeah, Abby, a bowling game is coming. And Anthony, thanks, man. Yeah, I think that we'll figure something out with the streaming stuff for us. We'll definitely try it on Saturday and see what we can do. Yeah, it's just I have a very specific layout set up, so we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so the bowling game is interesting because the only downside about the bowling game is just making the physics work, and just using getting some sort of physics engine to understand what we're trying to do. That's the hardest thing, because we could do a bowling game that just shows pins dropping and they just kind of disappear. That's okay, but I think there needs to be a level of physics to make it fun with some sound effects. That would be ideal, but like a rudimentary bowling game wouldn't be too difficult to make, right? You aim, there's probability, right? If you're aiming perfectly, maybe you have a higher chance of scoring, whatever. But yeah, it'd be probability based and slight physics based. But yeah, we'll figure that out over time. Right now, the goal is to turn his current games into slightly better online versions that anyone can play. So if you guys, I want you guys to test the software out, even if you're not someone who needs the accessibility. I would love for you to just go in there and test it and just say what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what you think it needs. It's not that I'm going to be changing it very quickly, but taking note of that. And when I get time and making modifications, I'll take those to heart and I will make modifications. But realistically, like we were saying, our software, the stuff that exists online, is something that anyone can use for free, and it's based on Ben's capabilities. And we think it will translate to a lot of other people too, okay? However, it's not something we're saying, we're not pushing it as the end-all be-all, the app you need to use. It is just a new option, but the main thing we're trying to tell people is you can build and modify this stuff very easily now with AI and with the new tech of LLMs. They are coding better and better and better every single day. Now, is this program language, or are these sites perfect that you can just ship out? I mean, there are people who are trying to sell their stuff because they're just making stuff with LLMs all the time. I would never say this stuff is a product and production quality to send out there for users to buy. This is simply a program. These are programs you can utilize, and if they are helpful and improve your quality of life, then you should keep using them. And you can modify them now, again, with AI. And they should just be quality of life programs that you can use in your day-to-day life, and that's what matters. For us, I built a whole suite of apps for Ben that he can use. He can access, like I said, all of his favorite streaming shows. Imagine that. I don't know of any other software. Sorry, I'm gonna go off on a tangent, not really, but I don't know of any other software that you can use 2 buttons only to access any streaming software that you want. Ben uses Plex, he uses Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, Peacock, all of them he can use by just using 2 buttons. And it opens up a player bar that knows exactly what to do on those streaming services. As long as he's logged into those streaming services, he can access the shows. So he can get any show he likes, any movie he likes, and it's all driven by a simple spreadsheet that we drop the URL into it, and he can access it in his own library. So there is not a single software out there built for someone like Ben that exists at all, that you can buy, and even if they did, they would cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So the idea is you can build your own, like I did for Ben, and you can work with us and our foundation. We can help you build stuff and help you learn, so you can keep building amazing tools like we did for my brother. Okay. So I really want you guys to understand that this whole idea of DIY accessibility, it's a whole new game now. We have this whole new amazing tech of AI to help build, and man, we should be using it for this reason. This is the #1 reason I can think of to use AI, for sure. A Pac-Man-like game. So I was talking to Nancy about a Pac-Man-like game that would be turn-based, where Ben would move and then the bad guys would move, and he would essentially have to move around the bad guys, right? So it would be like, because he couldn't do something that was reactionary based. So you have to know, like Pac-Man, the bad guys are always moving around. Ben wouldn't be able to move like that, but he could essentially move in a turn-based game that would be like Pac-Man. So we did talk about that. He wasn't super interested in it, but it is definitely something we can look at doing, where it's just a turn-based Pac-Man game for sure.
Final Fantasy or like RPGs, just in general. Yeah. We like that idea for Ben.
Yeah, I think the RPG, building our own RPG is definitely going to be something I want to do like long term. Again, I think in the winter, once we have some stuff ironed out with our software and with Ben's new app or the web app. So let's just go back real quick. So the events and the things that we do right now, we are full-time caregivers first and foremost. Okay.
That is our main focus, our number one priority. It is just Ari and I taking care of Ben.
Yes.
We don't have any other assistants.
Nope.
We have to schedule things out way ahead of time to have somebody watch him.
Yes.
So this is not so he is our number one priority. We take care of him full time. It's a 24/7 job. And obviously he's our family member, so we love him, but we just want to make sure everyone knows that. We have started a foundation and we volunteer our time with that. He's been putting in so many hours with putting all the software together for,
Can I just say something about that?
Yeah.
We have raised somewhere around $6,000 so far for the foundation. Our operation costs are really low because we don't pay ourselves for the foundation. That is not what this is about. Our foundation is really about using the funds we get to start initiatives to help people like Ben. So that might be buying a tablet and hardware to ship to someone with some stuff available, knowing that they could use it because they don't have any other options. Or it would be maybe travel, like maybe for me to travel to someone to get them set up with something. People who are in dire situations, kind of like Ben was, getting them set up and teaching them how to use it, right? Other funding events, things like that, collaboration efforts, developers, things like that. That's what the money's for, okay? The cost of running our foundation is pretty low. I'm guessing just a few grand a year. I'm gonna guess maybe $3 to $5 grand a year to run the foundation. So if we get enough donations to do that, that works. It covers our insurance costs, our hosting, anything we do with the community. It will cover that, and that's what matters to us. And if we get more, then we're going to try our best to make sure we're doing things like getting affordable switches, getting affordable hardware to people, the stuff I just mentioned. That's really what matters. We don't make money outside of our social media stuff, and it's not even like a lot of money. And I want people to get that out of their head that we're doing this for money, because this isn't what that's about. Our mission right now is caring for Ben and telling a story to inspire people so that way they can do more for their loved ones. When we started this, it was asking Ben, hey, do you mind doing social media? Would you like that? And he said yes. He even mentioned that he wanted to have his face on a shirt, and he has his own social media for stuff that he chooses to do. Things like telling jokes and answering questions from the audience. We do that with Ben because he chooses to do it and he likes doing it. The NARBE House stuff is just our family. And it's an extension of the documentary that I'm working on long-term, very long-term. And it's just showing our family, building an interest about what we're doing, our lives, our software and stuff, and just kind of going with the flow, hoping to build a community, inspire some people, and get people to just rally behind, Ben and what we're doing.
Yeah. So, we got a lot on our plate, but we wouldn't change it for anything. But we just want to let people know what actually is going on when we aren't putting out content all the time, or social media is social media. So we put out what we think is engaging and entertaining because we would like to raise more awareness. And if nobody sees our stuff, then how are we going to help more people? Yeah. So some of our stuff is call it sensationalized a little bit.
I think some people call
But the live streams, that's why you guys are here. You guys get to know us better.
There is a level to this where, and this is for people out there who might have a disability, who might feel a certain way about this. And I know how some people feel about this. There's this thing called inspiration porn, right? where people are just making inspirational posts for the sake of making inspirational posts, and it's usually just surrounded by like their condition and they're doing something, right? Our stuff is essentially like that, but with a lot of driven purpose behind it, not just to build an audience, but to drive people to solutions for certain things, right? So there is a utility to the way we tell stories. And I know some people might cringe at some of the stuff we put out, especially the way we always start Ben's story, you know, where it's always like, this is my brother Ben. He has this condition, right? In essence, it's just showing people this is what's happening, but here's the rest of it, right? And it's just showing that, you know, empowering someone like Ben and with the autonomy and with the software and with, you know, just this whole aspect of it. And also the aspect of caregiving to a degree. It's just to show people something that we hope can inspire them and motivate them to do more and want more for someone like Ben if they live with someone like Ben. Ben is a very unique case, obviously, and everyone has their own stuff going on, right? But the idea is like, hey, let's just show what's possible. And hopefully there are people out there, especially people who, in some cases, like my family was for a short period of time, were in a bit of despair, you know, and you don't know where to turn, you don't know what to do. And just showing that you can take things into your own hands, and there are communities out there who can support you, and it can change your perspective. And sometimes all it takes is a change of perspective to change your life. And that's what we're trying to show here, you know? And yeah, that's really it. And if we can do that in a small way and help a handful of people, then we're doing what we need to do. And, you know, that's really all we can ask is that simple aspect.
Yeah. Let's see here. Read some chat. I'm
gonna suction him.
Oh, okay.
You read chat. I suction Ben.
Okay. Ari needs to take a sec. We gotta check on Ben. Ben's in his room right next door. So, just going back. You guys are really amazing. Thank you, Jade. Sunny. If we were disabled, we would wish for the same tools. Yeah. So we've had conversations about this. If we were in Ben's shoes and somebody came to, you know, Ari and I, if we were disabled like Ben, we would love somebody to be like, you know what, I'm going to create a keyboard and a way for you to watch TV and change your own channel and have more independence again. Like yeah, exactly. This is the exact same stuff that we would want. And it's cool because Ben's using it, and in the past he's had other types of keyboards and stuff, and he didn't want to use them. So we figured out like what works for Ben, and it doesn't work for everyone, but we had to figure out what motivates him. If you guys are new here, he's not motivated by talking to people all day. He's motivated by playing games and changing his TV channel. And he loves entertaining people and telling jokes, and that's what gets him to talk. So it was really cool to discover all that, you know, over the last few years, caregiving for him. So yeah. Let's see what you're telling the story with Ben. It got cut off right there. Not for Ben, yeah. So originally when we started this documentary about Ben in 2016, we weren't sure how we were gonna tell the story. And Ben, because Ben said he wanted the documentary started and he wanted a documentary about him, but he wasn't able to verbalize like he does. Well, he's nonverbal now, but he wasn't able to type on a keyboard and say, you know, what he says now. So now so much has changed, and we're like, yeah, we got to involve Ben as much as possible and have him make the decision. So it's super important to us. Yeah. Sunny says, it always makes me so emotional to see you. I am so happy about what you do for Ben. Yeah, thank you. Like, yeah, I think we have reached some families that have similar situations, and they were like, so they see a video of ours and then they're like, oh my gosh, there is more we can do. And that like lights a spark, you know, and they're like, I'm going to look into this more.
It's a total shift in perspective. And it's like, I don't, you know, Ben was kind of sheltered and like he was kind of sitting in his room for a long time, and my family didn't know what to do for him. And he, you know, like for example, didn't have his feeding tube and stuff. And he didn't have like really any agency, you know, like it was just, I hate to say it, but you know, it was kind of like they were just going in there and just doing the minimum because they didn't know what to do, right? They didn't have that spark of like what can be beneficial. And this is during COVID where, you know, resources were real thin. So, you know, I'm not saying it was all us. I do give ourselves quite a bit of credit for doing what we've done, but you know, it was essentially just bringing him back and just making him realize again that he has choices, you know? And it was like, that's why it took us a while to like kind of get where we are now, because he was living here for quite a few years, and we were working with him on things like, you know, building small apps and getting him into a new routine and getting him to feel better. Because there were times where, you know, I hate to say it, but there were times where he would just be sitting in his room and like wanting to get high, you know, because he did use marijuana for a long time, because it was, to me, in my opinion, I don't want to speak for him, but it was just an escape, you know, from a reality that was kind of bleak. But we knew that it didn't have to be that way, you know? You can make it what you want, and that's what we're showing. We're proving that, right? And we're showing that, like, you know, Ben has this personality, he has these wants and needs, and he's like, hey, I want to be a part of this too. And it's like, okay, so let's do it, right? And, you know, even, like, we just did a short about Ben, with Ben, and it was like, hey, do you want to help us write a script and have it in your words? And he said, yeah. So we sat down, and we wrote down a script with him. You know, obviously we had to help him, but we were like, let's just go through. Do you want to say this? Do you want to say that? No, I don't want to say this. And we made a little script for him to kind of have it on his computer so he can say what he wanted to say about our family. And yeah, it was scripted, and it was, you know, a little bit of, you know, we had to kind of guide him for certain things, but it was all his decisions. And it's like, he's never had that before, you know? And being able to do that specific video kind of makes me emotional, because I'm like, this is something that he hasn't had before. You know, it's hard. It's hard. You know, when you're nonverbal, quadriplegic, and you have a team of caregivers, and those caregivers have other clients, it is hard to be able to come out of your shell and feel like you have onus of your own life, right? Our whole mission coming here was giving Ben that level of respect and a level of autonomy with his software, even getting him new IDs, getting him a new bank account, getting him like more options just for clothing. Like when we go shopping, it's like, hey man, let's go shopping for you. Let's pick your clothes, you know? He gets all that stuff that he wasn't getting before. And, you know, I can't blame anyone, you know, and I don't want to go back in time and feel upset about that. I'm happy he's here now, and I'm happy we're able to do the stuff we can with him, and he's getting new life experiences, even through the craziness and the uncertainty of leukodystrophy. And man, it's like, I'm hoping people can see this and feel like they can change their perspective about their situation. It's not as bleak as you think it is. You know, you can really turn it around, and life is challenging and different and unique for everybody. Nobody gets out of this alive. So you just need to explore your options and make the world a better place for not just yourself, but for the people around you. And if you can do that, I promise you, you're going to have a happier, more meaningful life filled with purpose. And it's like, that's what this is about. You know, it's not about our selfishness and making sure my brother's okay. Yes, that is a huge piece of it. But the other aspect is, how many people could benefit from this message of do more, you know, do the best you can. You know, this life is a wild life, you know, ups and downs all the time. But if you can do it with a smile on, like Ben has proven time and time again, you will have a good time. I promise you, everything will be fine. Anthony asked, can we buy your shirts? Yeah, these shirts are available. We don't really push them, Anthony, but
narbehouse.com.
narbehouse.com.
Yeah,
we have them on
thanks.
there. They're like $25 or something. But yeah, we have like a merch store. You guys notice we don't push it. We do have a merch store set up. I'll be transparent about this. Like, we are full-time caregivers. That is all we do right now. Nancy and I, we left our other jobs to take care of Ben full-time. And, you know, Ben's full-time care is something that's all we care about right now, is doing that. And on the other side is doing the social media and stuff. And just, you know, if we have a supportive community, they want to buy some merch or they want to tip us or something, that's always awesome and it helps us out.
It keeps us, you know,
it keeps,
doing this stuff. Yeah.
We are doing okay financially. We're not trying to get rich off this, but if you guys want to buy us a coffee by buying a shirt or something, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
never.
It's never
like,
required.
Required, but but we do.
Yeah.
Have it available.
Our whole thing is like, we're doing fine, you know. Obviously it's, you know, money's great for us to be able to do more stuff, but like we're making ends meet, and that's what matters, right? There's some people out there who can't make ends meet. So it's like, you know, if
we're very
we're fortunate.
Yeah,
we're fine
at the same time. Yeah. So let's see, Sunny. Thank you. If you want to check out the foundation's website, like we said,
narbefoundation.org.
That's
where you can donate to the foundation. You don't even have to donate. In fact, we've raised quite a bit of money for the foundation, and obviously we would love to raise more so we could do more things, but we've covered our operational costs, and we can just continue to build the community, and that's what we're trying to focus on now. It's just building a community of people who want to build and give free or very inexpensive apps, or even just educate families on how to build apps and how to build tools or use their tools, so that way they can have more options. There's not a lot of options out there, and even if there are like options that could do what Ben's tablet does right now, it costs thousands and thousands of dollars. Ben's solution right now, it took the cost of a tablet, which you can get a used tablet for like $300, his switches for just maybe $100. So $400 with a bit of time, you can build a solution for someone and change their freaking lives. You know what I mean? So I encourage people to do that if the other options aren't available, too expensive, or maybe they're not available near you, or something just doesn't work. Highly recommend joining our community, learning how to build some of this stuff. AI is so powerful. I am an AI stan for this specific reason. Building accessibility apps for people who don't have any other options, you know? There's so many things we can do, guys. I'm proving it right now. I showed you guys my online app. I'm only going to make that thing better. You guys are going to see that like there's going to be so many opportunities and so many new things coming with AI that can change some lives. All right.
Does Ben watch any stand-up comedy? Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He is a huge fan of Jeff Dunham.
Some local comedians too.
He loves to laugh.
Yeah.
He loves comedy.
Huge fan of comedy. He's a sicko. He loves some really vulgar comedy, which is great.
Yeah.
Jeff Dunham's not that vulgar, but he loves some of the vulgar acts.
He has some interesting
tastes.
Yeah, let's say that. Welcome back, Ben.
Jimmy, sorry, real quick. So miss seeing Benny. Yeah, so Ben was on stream just for a little while. He was doing well this morning. He typed to us a few times, and he wanted to just kind of veg out and watch Rugrats. So he's in the other room right now. He's just vegging out, watching Rugrats. He wasn't really interested in being on stream. He gets kind of tired. So if you missed it, it is in the VOD, so you can go back and see Ben. He said hi, everyone. And
yeah, he said he was sick of streaming.
Yeah. He got sick earlier, too. So while I was streaming and doing the part about describing the software, Ben did get sick. So we had to clean him up midway and all that stuff. So
yeah, Sunny. So he wasn't. It's the past is the past, but yeah, he is in such a great place right now, and we are so happy to have him. Yeah, he's awesome.
This is the most meaningful thing I've ever done with my life and my time. Nancy and I came from we had careers. She had a career in the medical field. I had a career in government contracts doing media. I worked 10 years doing that stuff. Nancy worked 12, 14 years doing the stuff she was doing. And when we came here to do this with Ben, we were still working, either part-time or full-time, and we were taking care of Ben at the same time. And when we found out that Ben's program through the state could pay us to take care of him, we quit our jobs. That way we can focus solely on this stuff with Ben, because it has so much more meaning to us. And we don't want to be tied down to other jobs, and the financial side of it was we'll make things work. We'll make it work. I think it's way more important for us to just put that stuff down and just focus on this. Money is great. Obviously, making money is wonderful. You can do a lot of stuff with money. We live in that society where money, you can do a lot with it. Selfishly or, for other people, whatever you want, donate it. For us, it was we can make ends meet, and we can do some really, really meaningful things, and we can show what's possible with the stuff we're doing. And that's all I needed, I don't know about you. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I feel the same. Linda says, I must say my heart is happy and sad at the same time. What a beautiful young man who's been so blessed to have people surrounding him that love him and a community out here who love him as well. Yeah, you guys, like, we super appreciate you guys, like, hanging out on the live streams, sharing all the videos that we put out. Like, it's been crazy the amount of support that, like, our entire family's been getting. Yeah, like, I didn't imagine it being like this right now. So, yeah, thank you guys for being
Nancy,
here.
When we started this, I told her, I was like, it'd be cool if we could get 10,000 followers. If we can get 10,000 followers total between all of our social media, that's YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, I was like, that'd be pretty cool. That was like when we first started. And now we're like over 130,000 across all of our platforms. And yeah, our live streams aren't filled with those people, the people who came from our shorts and our Instagram and stuff. They usually don't come into our live streams, but it is wild to see all the comments and all the people coming through and all, like, even celebrities liking our content. It is so crazy to me. Just like Jewel liked one of our shorts, and David Arquette liked one of them. And I was seeing their names, and I'm just like, wow, they're seeing our stuff. This is crazy. People that, you know, we recognize anyway. And I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's wild to me.
It's like, oh, that's pretty, yeah, like we're reaching families that didn't think it was possible for their kid to, you know, communicate through an AAC, and is now making them think again about it. We're reaching just, yeah, this wide audience of people.
Yeah, there's so many people who are reaching out to us on our website.
It's cool.
That's been a little overwhelming. And we're just doing our best to stay on top of it. We give ourselves time and a little bit of grace to get through that stuff, because, you know, with Ben and with the content creation and stuff, we're doing a lot. You know, we do, and
we love it. We are doing a lot.
We're doing a lot, you know. So
we're not on top of the social media content. I mean, not the content. Yeah, I guess we were putting out more content before, so now we're trying to do like once a week or something like that.
We're working on like once or twice
shorts
a week and a post
of videos. We're trying to do posts. We can't get to every comment, and I know you guys all understand, but still, it's like.
Oh, and
it's a lot.
That's why that's why we're doing live streams. It's like, well,
so we could personally talk to you guys.
At least we can connect, you know, during the live stream, because it's so impersonal a little bit, like through
and
Instagram
I hate that.
And we both come from a background of live streaming, and it's just like, it made sense to do it at least once a week. And I also stream every other week with Anthony, which is just a thing we do for fun. And you know, hopefully eventually taking some of this stuff we're live streaming and turning it into you know, turning into short form content or something.
Don't mean to be rude, but is it tiring to do what you guys do? Oh, so if you're, we don't find that rude to even ask that question, so it's fine to ask. So if you're asking about caregiving or just like everything that we're doing, it is, but it isn't. It's like we're enjoying everything,
I think it's more invigorating.
Yeah, it's like
we have to have our days where we're like, all right, we can't do anything. Relax,
we can't. We could take care of Ben today, and we're not going to work on the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're eager to do it the next day. It's just like, we know, like, it's not burnout. It's like kind of like our brains are fried.
Yeah, our brains are fried just from doing so much. But it's not. It is never negative. It's never like, why did I start doing this? No,
it's like we gotta disconnect for a day.
Like, I don't know about Nancy,
and recharge.
But for me, it's like just building the software and going in there. I could spend 2 days in the basement just making new stuff for Ben's software, for his games, and for the hub and stuff. That's really what, like, I love doing that. And then making the content, making the videos and stuff, that's pretty fun for me too. There's a lot of times where I'll make a video, and me and Nancy talk about this. If the video isn't like filling us with like inspiration and motivation or giving us some level of emotion, then it's not worth doing. So all of our videos, anytime you see a video go out, it's always something that's like coming from the heart that we want to make. That it's not something that we're just trying to put out there to get clicks. It's stuff that we really enjoy and think it's worth putting out. So if you guys ever see our stuff, that's what it is. It's never a trend. It's never like a trendy something or like something that's just to get clicks. Like sometimes we have a hook that's a little clickbaity, but it's not.
There's a reason for that. Like it's just
for attention. It's just to get the
initial
hook.
Attention of just a person that we're trying to reach the people that aren't really aware of like how the disability, you know, niche is. Like, it makes you stop for a second and be like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then, okay, they have a message about something. I'm going to stick with it.
And the message is always like for a purpose.
For
right?
awareness.
So, yeah, awareness is to, you know.
Other than the family content, because that's our personal stuff. But yeah, we want to.
People say it's like people would say inspiration porn. I would say we are on the cusp of that, but it's not just to get clicks. It's really to drive attention to the accessibility space where my goal, if I had to say my whole goal in this, not just to give Ben more, but to show people what's possible so they can build their own stuff. It's not for them to use our stuff, but for them to come to our community and say, man, this is an inspiring community. So that way I can feel like I can change my perspective about our situation so I can do more for my loved one or I can do more for myself.
Yeah. If we could reach just a handful of people and be like, you know what, I watched your guys' videos and it made me want to do something about something.
Right.
That, you know, otherwise if I didn't watch it, I would have, you know.
That's something I really wanted to do for the fitness space when I streamed on fitness, but I don't think it ever really it never made it too far into the fitness sphere. And I think that was for a reason. I think it was because, I don't know if you guys are religious or anything, and, you know, I don't really talk about that type of stuff, but there's something, God, the universe or something, I talked about this a couple times before, but something was just pushing me into this direction, and it just feels like something clicked, and I was like, man, I don't know why I waited so long. I had, it was a reason I had to wait. You know, I had to learn some stuff. But being here and doing this, it really feels like such a big, meaningful part of my life that I think I was missing for a long time. Yeah. And why doesn't Ben like sports?
Why do you guys not like sports?
Oh, it's just not something we're into. Like competitive sports is just not something that makes me tick. You know, I like esports. I'll watch like Counter-Strike tournaments sometimes when I'm in the mood. But yeah, I don't watch sports anymore.
I am a competitive person. I've done Olympic weightlifting. I've done CrossFit. I like sports. I just don't enjoy watching sports that I'm not a part of, I guess.
Yeah. I like bodybuilding. I'll watch bodybuilding.
Yeah, arguably that's not a sport.
It's pageantry.
It's pageantry, but you know, some people see it as a sport. So.
Hey, what are you typing? Is it embarrassing? I won't put it on. Does
Benny listen to Juice WRLD? We're not familiar with that, and I don't think he is. He likes metal music. He likes rock music, mostly. In the past, we've tried to have him listen to other types of music, and he's usually not into it. Yeah, we're not, we get a lot of people talking about religion and stuff, and, you know, in a nice way in the comments.
Yeah, they're allowed to do it.
I mean, we're just, we don't bring it up because, you know, just like politics, it brings up controversy, and we want to stay, I
would love for people, like, the only thing I will say is for the people who say, I'll pray for you, I would just say, I would love for those prayers to become action, because I think actions speak louder than prayers. Prayers are great, and having, you know, good thoughts and all that stuff are amazing, but I would love for people to see what we're doing and not think, oh, I want to pray for this person. I'm hoping that it motivates you or gets you to get off your couch or get off your phone and do something to help someone else, because I think that's really what this is about. That is actually how, you know, in my opinion, you spread the Lord's word in a way. Is you get someone to actually do something for the world and for people and for humanity to improve quality, you know, and well wishes and good thoughts, you know, those are always amazing, but doing something for someone and taking that action, it's like the butterfly effect, you know, it's gonna move itself in ways you didn't even imagine.
Yeah, let the dog out.
Yeah, I will. You want to answer a couple of those questions? We're going to end here shortly.
Yeah, we're going to start wrapping it up, but yeah, so we aren't, just to like, in brief, like without going too much into it, I don't want to speak for Ari, the guy in the blue shirt, but we are more spiritual, if anything.
Lately?
No, I mean, we're not, we don't
We don't subscribe to any religion.
Yeah, we're not, don't identify to a specific religion, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
And Jade, thanks for being here. I don't know if Nancy said bye, but thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much for hanging out with us, Jade.
NARBE stands for, so it's NARBE, I believe it's German, and it means scar, but that's not what this is. NARBE,
it's funny, yeah. It's Nancy,
Ari, Benny. Ari, Ben. So it's NARBE. So NARBE. So
he likes acronyms, and that's how we get most of our username stuff. So
I like acronyms.
He made up the NARBE.
Yeah, I always do acronym based stuff.
Yeah, that's his thing.
My handle for a lot of stuff is ACRO, ACRO. It's just the handle. It's an acronym for my name.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, NAAR, right, and BE for Benny. Thank you, Jimmy. So we're gonna wrap it up. I'm super hungry.
Yeah,
it's lunchtime almost.
Yeah. I'm German, by the way. Okay. I think prayer is just hope. It's asking your God for help, basically. I mean, that's all well and good. Like I said, I don't think it's bad, but I think the action is more valuable. That's how I feel. So that's all. I hope people who say I'll pray for you will also enhance or do additional action on top of the prayer. The prayer is wonderful. You can pray for a lot of things, but imagine saying, hey, I pray for let's say you have a loved one. It's like, I pray for their health, but maybe they need something. Maybe instead of just praying, maybe you'll go there and help them. Maybe you'll go there and be someone, to talk to. Maybe you'll do something that is going to benefit that person, that can almost be like you're taking that idea and you're turning it into an action. So take the idea and turn it into an action that can really benefit someone. Because just saying, hey, I hope this helps, or I hope you get what you want. It's like, yeah, that's all well and good. Like, the well wishes are great. I appreciate that. But there's a side of it where it's like, hey, it's like if I told Ben, hey, Ben, I hope, I really hope God comes up with a plan to give you a communication device. Like, yeah, that's great. Or I could just make the communication device. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people, it's the internet too.
Yeah.
It's like, how much can they do for us?
No, I'm not saying for us, for anybody.
Just generally for anybody.
The whole idea is like, sure, you can wish us well, and we love that, but we're hoping what we're showing you is going to make you want to do more for someone else.
Right. It makes you, want to help.
Ultimately, what we're trying to show here is, you can do some stuff too. There's the technology, the things that are available can allow you to help others and help yourself.
Yeah, but
all right, guys. Yeah, we'll leave it on that. I think that was a really good inflection point to end on. I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna end the stream. But yeah, I don't want this to come off as a negative way. Anything we're talking about, I just feel like I would love for people just to see what we're doing, and it's not about us. It's about yourself and about the people you can help in your community, and joining our community and getting value out of it too is amazing. But yeah, just if you take something from this, take that, that you can take action and really change someone's life.
You know what? It's been really cool is that we've been getting some messages from people that work with people one-on-one in the medical field. And they're like, I have patients that might be able to use this. So I feel really good that we have reached those people.
Yeah.
Because we can't, as us go into the hospital and find these people because that's HIPAA. There's laws against that. Mm-hmm. But for the nurses, they're like, you know what? Like, I know of somebody that I could help now, and I have an extra tool in my pocket, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. That feels good. Yeah. But yeah, you're gonna wrap up stream and
yep. So we're gonna end here. So Bacon Gaming, could I ever help with anything in the future? I don't know. Stick around. We might need help in the future with something. But right now, it's
you hanging out with us, being here is a lot.
Yeah, that's great.
I think everybody that's been just part of our community, saying hi to Ben and just listening to us, go off on tangents all the time.
This is very therapeutic for us. If you didn't know, just coming in and we're very much
just listening
homebodies,
to us
so-
and asking us questions is,
Yeah, it's amazing.
is awesome.
So thank you guys for being here and doing that. And, we appreciate all the love. So I'm going to go end the stream downstairs. Nancy will hang out with you for a minute. And Benny says bye. He is... Oh, he's playing trivia right now. But I'm sure Ben says bye. I'm glad he's actually playing a game, though. So.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good. So, so we'll be back next Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So we are on the East Coast. We'll catch you guys next Thursday. We're going to put out another YouTube short later this week, probably in the next couple days. So if you guys see that, we would super appreciate you guys, liking and commenting, the usual stuff that YouTubers ask for. But
so just a reminder for those of you who have just joined us or maybe joined us late, if you're still here, real quick, just before I end, if you go back in this VOD, which will be available probably tomorrow, maybe it'll be available after this, you can go back and watch the first hour, which is just the overview of Ben's software, his web app. And I hope it helps people, and I hope you can use it. And if not, no big deal. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, wherever you are, or evening, or morning, wherever you are. And we'll see you guys next week. Be on the lookout for some of our content. Make sure you follow all of the social media. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you follow the Instagram and the TikTok. And then go to our website, and you can find some more information about some of the stuff we put out there and some of the resources we use. So thanks, guys. We'll see you next week, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.